Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, they working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. Whole sports all plays.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to ASAP in the morning. It is April 25th. I'm joined by Dustin. Dustin, how you feeling today, my guy?
Not too bad. A little disappointed that the Bulls forgot how to win after game 2, but hey, it is what it is.
Shoot. It's not my Celtics, so I'm good. I'm good. As long as it's not my team, I don't care. Y'all can get swept. I thought it was gonna be Bulls in 6, but frankly, y'all get swept. Who cares? All due respect, of course. Yesterday there was 3 games played. We're gonna get right into it. Obviously, you want to talk about your beloved Chicago Bulls. They lost to the Milwaukee Bucks 119-95. Milwaukee now leads the series 3-1. As a Bulls fan, I want to ask you, how concerning is it to you that you guys lost to a team that let Grayson Allen, the guy who hurt your guy, drop a cool 21 on your head? Explain to me the thought process and how bad you are, how upset you guys are.
I'm not overly upset about it just because he's actually playing better than what Chris Middleton is playing at this point. And if I'm a Bucks fan, do you really want to put Middleton back into that starting lineup when Middleton does come back, especially if Grayson Allen's playing the way he's playing right now? And I kind of put that into a game that we'll talk about in a little bit too when we get to that situation. But in the NBA playoffs, obviously you want your best players on the court. And right now, Grayson Allen is one of the Bucks' best players. So if I'm Mike Budenholzer, I'm sticking with the hot hand, and I'm leaving Grayson Allen in that starting lineup. This is a series that realistically, the Chicago Bulls should have been up 2-0 before coming to Chicago. And now it's a 3-1 series lead, so you're kind of like, well, the Bucks now have the advantage because they do. But with Alex Caruso going out with a concussion yesterday, there's no idea if he's going to play on Wednesday. If he doesn't play on Wednesday, the Bulls have no chance to even compete with the Bucks, just because the reason why they were competing so well those first 2 games was of how Caruso played. I think Bucks win in 5, but I would like to see the series come back to Chicago even if the Bulls lose in 6. But this is a series where Lonzo Ball's absence has really been exposed. And just not having him on the floor to run the offense, just not having him on the floor to do the things that he does on defense, it's really exposed the Bulls to this point. But they have to consider this season a win for them, just because I don't think anyone expected them to be in the position they were in this quick. And I don't think anyone expected them to be as good as they were to start the season before the injuries kicked in.
It's for me, the way I look at it is I kind of feel bad for Chicago because this is a talented team, but unfortunately, no matter how much injuries are part of the game, no matter how much you like it or hate it. You did say something interesting that you guys could have came in here 2-1 or 2-0 heading into this game, which is true. You guys did have your opportunities. Damian said he still got the Bulls in 7. 3-1, it's tricky because now you have to play your next 3 games. The Chicago Bulls have to basically play almost perfect basketball. And they have to do that for 3 games straight. Milwaukee's in a situation where they're like, we only got to have 1 perfect game. Like, we'll let y'all win and then end it at Chicago. Who cares? So they're kind of in a situation where they're kind of chilling. They're just vibing. Grayson Allen, listen, Grayson Allen is not their best player. He's not even good enough to crack their starting rotation. But like you said, you got to ride the hot hand. And when he eventually gets cold and he cools off, then you can just resort to somebody else. But
Yep.
until then, I'm with you. You ride the hot hand. Just ride it for as long as it'll let you. All right. And then eventually, when he cools off, who cares? It is what it is. But, like I said, I had Chicago at 6. I really did. Game 1, even though they lost, it was a good sign for me. It really was.
Yeah.
Because, you had your big three have a horrible shooting night. And Milwaukee barely won. Right? So I was like, all right, that's a good sign. Then game 2 happens. Chicago wins. So I'm like, all right, let's see. Now games 3 and 4, it's like you could kind of start to see.
I guess you really could say game. I think you could really say game 3 because game 4 was a competitive game up until Caruso went out. And once Caruso went out, is kind of when the Bucks just pulled away because the Bulls had that within 8 points.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
The third quarter, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Still with because like there was the game 3 blowout, and then you still got to mention game 4 because like you said, Caruso's out with the concussion.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like we still have to mention game 4 because granted, yeah, it was competitive, but Alex Caruso's out.
Can we mention the elephant in the room too?
Go ahead.
With this series.
Go ahead.
I think Zach LaVine just played himself out of a max deal because this was.
I don't think so.
Supposedly Zach LaVine's moment that he's been waiting for. He's been waiting to meet in the playoffs. He's been waiting to showcase what he can do in the playoffs, and he's the one that's going to be a free agent next year that wants this max contract. He really has not shown up in 4 games. He had 24 points yesterday to lead the team in scoring, but that was his best performance of the playoffs so far. And everyone said for the Bulls to have a realistic chance to beat Milwaukee, they needed Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan to be at their best for as many games as they could. DeMar DeRozan has been at his best all but 1 game. And the game that he wasn't at his best was obviously game 3 when the Bulls just got ran out of the building. Zach LaVine has not shown up the entire playoff so far. And if he wants to get this max contract that he's in line for, he needs to play better.
So, because you said something interesting, because you believe that he played himself out of the max contract. I don't think he did. Because Chicago, unfortunately, is an awkward situation where, let's say Zach LaVine went all the games playing straight doing straight donuts. You guys are in a weird situation where you kind of have to pay him because you've already started building around him. So if you lose him, you not lost a critical piece.
No, I think we have to pay him, but I don't think he's going to get the max deal that he wanted. I think he'll still get like $25 million a year, but I don't think he's going to get the $30 million a year or whatever his max deal was supposed to be. Because unless their plan is to move Vucevic to get that $22 million off the book, then you could potentially give LaVine a max deal. But if you move Vucevic, the rumors are that they're going to try to move him for DeAndre Ayton and basically do a sign and trade straight up where they'll re-sign Vucevic, trade him to Phoenix, and then bring in Ayton.
But here's the thing with that. If you get rid of Vooch and you go get Ayton, you're going to have to pay Ayton.
Yeah.
So that's kind of...
That's why I don't think LaVine gets that max deal because I know the Bulls want to get better at that center position.
Right. So it's kind of like... Okay. All right. Because here's the thing. My bad. It's just
because right now LaVine's getting paid $18.5 million. is what he's getting paid right now. And his max deal, if I remember right, was supposed to net him somewhere in the $28 to $30 million range if he got that max deal. Vucevic is getting paid $22 million right now. You move Vucevic, you could give Levine $25 million, which obviously is not as much as he was going is what he wanted, but it's still $25 million a year. Then you could also bring in Ayton, and you could sign Ayton for $18 to $20 million.
But that's the thing, though, because if you do that, you still where are you gonna? Because you're not saving money if you move Vooch.
You're not saving money if you move him. No, you're building more so towards the future. But then you have to look at all the other players on this roster that are on 1-year deals, where all their money is going to be coming off the books this year. So they are going to technically have some extra money to spend. Where if they did want to do a sign and trade, you trade Vucevic away, you get Ayton, who's a better player, who's younger, who's probably going to be able to take less money now as opposed to what Vooch is getting. Then you have that extra money that you can give Levine. Plus, you have all those 1-year contracts off the books where you can fine-tune the roster the other ways you want to.
I mean, I get it. To an extent, because my thing, if you get rid of Vooch, like, and maybe it's just me, but if you get rid of Vooch, the guys that you're gonna replace him with, you're gonna have to pay him basically the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like at worst, you're probably saving like $2 million, which really won't go. You know, it's not gonna go to Zach LaVine. You know, here comes Rob. Chicago sucks. What they do, baby?
Man, they do.
What they do, baby? So Rob, Dustin made a very interesting point.
What's up, Dustin?
So what he said, he believes that, and I saw him say this earlier on Facebook, that Zach LaVine in essence played himself out of that max contract he wants, or the super max that he wants, the one that basically the super max that only Chicago can offer him, right? But here's the thing that I pose, Rob, and I think Dustin kind of agrees with me in a sense, where Chicago is right now. Y'all got no choice but to pay him. I basically parlay it to the same situation as the Milwaukee Bucks, right? Chris Middleton in the playoffs last year was inconsistent at best. He was inconsistent at best, right? But you needed to keep him because the roster was predicated around you building around Giannis, Chris Middleton, and then Drew Holiday. And I think it's kind of the same situation where you basically built around these guys, and you basically built around DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and Vucevic. Now, Vucevic is the only man you could legitimately trade and get something better, or not really better, but fill a better void because, again, you need more size. Like, you guys could probably do with some more size, right? But outside of him, y'all in a tough situation where you almost have to pay Zach LaVine, even if he gives you straight donuts.
Not necessarily. I mean, you could play a little hardball.
Okay.
And kind of force his hand to say, okay, if you want to explore your options, who's going to pay you that money? So it kind of forces his hand to kind of take what we give him. Because honestly, if you look at these playoffs, he's been bad. He's been very bad. Like, and I believe he's like Zach LaVine does too much sometimes. Like, you know, I don't think he relies on his athleticism enough. I think he's fallen in love with his jumper, you know, because when he's hot, he can get hot, but he has to get there first.
Right.
And I don't think he relies enough on his ability that he's quicker than most people, that he can jump higher than most people. He can get to the rim kind of at will. Right. He's not relying on that. So I think he is. I would have to agree with Dustin to say you kind of shooting yourself in the foot. Like, we'll give you a contract, but I don't think you're going to get a super max deal. You haven't proved you're a super max player. That's just me. Because I'm watching the game. Like, yesterday should have been a game. Him and DeMar DeRozan should have been licking at the chops. Like, there's no Chris Middleton. It's pretty much Giannis and Drew. And then, not to mention the defense aspect that Chris Middleton brings. So it's like you have an advantage at the guard position. Why not take advantage of that? Now, it's not their fault that Bobby Portis comes out and turns into Steph Curry all of a sudden. But
Right.
But at the same time, it's like Zach LaVine. You have to take advantage of those mismatches. There's no more excuse now that there's no playmaker on the floor. You have Alex Caruso there, who's been playing pretty well. He might not give you the numbers, but just his defensive intensity alone, Alex Caruso has showed up to me more than Zach has.
Mm-hmm.
So Zach kind of shot himself in the foot.
Frankie, what up, bro?
Frankie,
what is going on, guys? What's going on?
What's happening, my boy?
Oh, just here so I won't get fined.
Hey, look, I'm not smiling no more when I talk about the Bulls, but I'm gonna rep them to
I
the
see that.
end.
I
I'm
see
gonna
that.
I'm gonna rep them to the end.
And here's
Boy,
the thing that you said too, Rob. Drew Holiday has played exceptional defense on DeMar DeRozan in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
And he's made DeMar DeRozan work for every point that he's gotten.
Yeah.
This should be the moment that Zach LaVine steps up and drops 35 because now he knows that Drew Holiday is going to be taking DeMar DeRozan out of things. So he needs to go up and step up and show what he can do. And yet 24 points yesterday was the most points he's had in the entire series.
Yeah. It's bad, man. It's like you look at that, like you would think, okay, let's use Phoenix, for example. Devin Booker goes down. New Orleans is like, wait, we might have a chance. And they're playing like, they're taking advantage of a situation. It sucks that injuries happen, but injuries do happen. Then you look at the Bulls, it's like Chris Middleton goes down, and they're like, oh, we live to fight another day tomorrow. Like, there is no tomorrow. If you know what I'm saying, you gotta play like there is no tomorrow. And they're not playing like that. Even though Zach LaVine gives you 24 points, he's 8 of 18, 2 of 6. I don't think the guy has shot over 50% this whole series.
No, he isn't.
That's bad. It's like, dude, like, you can't keep relying. Like, that's one of my problems with Trae Young. If you realize the 3 ball is not working for you, stop shooting. Stop shooting. Like, you have to do something. There's more to the game than just shooting threes or shooting these 17-foot jumpers. Your jumper is not working for you right now. Get to the bucket. Get some foul calls. Force the issue. I don't know what it is about these dudes, man. I think they've been watching too much Golden State. Even Golden State last night, fell in love with them jumpers. Allowed Denver to get the squeaky win. You got to stop doing that. You have to get back to simple basketball. Dribble penetration, get the foul call. I don't know what's wrong with them, Pride. You got to help them out. Maybe they need to talk to the Celtics.
The series is starting. The series with the Bucks and Bulls are starting to get so boring that the series between Pride and Conman is like really entertaining.
Well, the thing is, and I don't blame the Bucks for this at all. But I said this right before the playoffs started that I think the Bucks lost that final regular season game on purpose to get the Bulls, realistically, instead of getting the Brooklyn Nets.
I would imagine. Because the Bulls ain't putting up no fight. It's like, man, what?
At this point, with the way the Nets look, I feel like any team in the East could have probably swept the Nets.
Well, looking how they look like now, but at the time, you had a Bucks team who was 18-1 against the Bulls over their last 19 games, or you had a chance to play them, or you had a chance to play Brooklyn, who took you down to the wire last year in the playoffs, who's taken you down to the wire every game that you faced them in the regular season this year. I think the Bucks realistically lost that last game on purpose just to get the team that they've owned the last 5 years.
Yeah. That could be a possibility. I know. I can't wait till we do talk about the Nets because somebody needs to tell KD about himself.
Well, so when we talk about the Nets, I don't want you because that's going to be a whole nother topic. So I just want you to focus on the actual game, right? That's all. Because I promise that's all. We're going to have a whole actual discussion on it. I promise.
I feel like Pride is just waiting for a certain person to come in to talk.
No, he's not coming.
Nets.
He's not coming. I don't think he is. I guess I'm just. I did my part. I sent the invite. Whether you accept it or not, bro, whether you accept it or not, don't pin that on me. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You're
I
dying
got
of
the invite.
dehydration. The river's right there.
I got the invite.
All I'm saying, I did my part. That's it. I just want to get. That's it. Pride did his part. Pride did his part. But you ask people, I'm Hitler reincarnated. But whatever. Golden State. I said that out loud. My fault. Golden State lost to the Denver Nuggets. I told you I was going to go in 5. I told you. I said
they were going to go to 5
games. I said it was going to be one of these games because I was telling y'all, and I said in 5 because I felt bad. I didn't want Jokic to get swept. I didn't want to. Sorry, I didn't want to get swept. That's it. I said it before. I was like, I have no evidence to back up what I'm saying at all. I'm only saying this because I just don't want Jokic to get swept. That's it, bro. Just say just no, not even faith. A hope. I mean, I'm even worse. I'm a Dallas fan right now, bro. A hope. Like I'm on pure hope Jokic would not get swept. Right? For once in my life, I relied on hope, and it came through. Shout out to you, bro. Jokic did his thing. 37 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists.
Yeah.
Aaron Gordon finally started hooping. He dropped a cool 21. Monte Morris gave him 24.
Hey, Monte was the unsung hero of the game.
Yeah.
Wait, so you guys are saying Jokic actually had team help?
Wow. He had help.
For a whopping one
wow.
game.
Even Big Boogie showed up.
They called Big Boogie. They called the tech on him, and he got so tight. And he was about to like.
Man, you know what? They call a tech on him for blinking too hard, man. They got to give Boogie a break.
He's the new Rasheed Wallace.
It's worse, bro. Like he can. I've seen videos, bro, where he told the ref something like, "Hey, this dude's shoe was on the court," and they turned around and checked him. Like, dude, they do Boogie so wrong. But what he did do, what him and Jokic did do yesterday, was expose something that we all knew that Golden State was lacking. That's that interior presence.
Yep.
I mean, they had that way down low.
Easy.
I mean, Boogie was boogieing.
Yep. So Andrew Wiggins gave him 20. Klay Thompson and Steph Curry both had 30-point nights. Jordan Poole only gave you 11.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if I don't think this is the end of him. I just think it's just, he had a rough game. Plus, Nuggets in spurts were playing great defense in spurts. Like there were certain times where they were able to play defense right now. Granted, they didn't do it the whole time because, they wouldn't have the energy.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna start with you, Dustin. Actually, no, I want to start with Frankie. I said it in 5. Am I out of pocket and feeling myself too much if I say that the Nuggets can force the game 6?
Yeah, that's too wild. I feel like Golden State. And I'm gonna be real honest with you. I feel like the same way with Philly that I feel like they lost this game on purpose to bring it back home to win it in front of their home fans. Like there's no doubt about it that Golden State's gonna end it at Golden State. Like they're not going back to Denver to force or to face a game 6. Like this is gonna end in Golden State.
I just want to say one thing real quick. I think the MVP needs to be Otto Porter. My guy played a whopping 15 minutes. He had a Patrick Beverly line, 1 point, 0 assists, 3 rebounds. God bless him. God bless him. Imagine looking so much like Wilt Chamberlain. You can't play like him. God bless him. God bless him. Frankie, well, I'm gonna give you a little pushback.
Hey, you got issues, dude.
I'm tired. I know. I'm immature. Don't listen to me. I'm immature as shit, man. But Steph and Klay both dropped over 30. So do you really think they were trying to lose? Like they were trying to lose?
You gotta look at Steph.
Or no, you don't try to lose.
Or do you think that when they saw the writing on the wall, they kind of just shrugged it and said, whatever?
They probably just were like, we're up 3-0. Give them this one. Let's go back home and let's just end it at home in front of our fans. Like,
okay.
And you got to look at Steph's 30. Wasn't an efficient 30 at all.
It was not a good 30. Yeah, no, I love him. I don't love Steph. Fuck Steph.
And I also blame it on Draymond Green because Draymond Green ended up getting Klay. He gave Klay Thompson a headache at the end. Throwing the ball at his head.
Yeah, he did. Bingo. Bing bong.
Bing bong. Fucking life.
Like, that was a hard throw. You can see it too.
Oh man.
Because he was trying to throw the ball to Steph off the screen.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
like Clay stepped back into it. I don't know. Draymond, I don't know it was a fastball. I'm not much into baseball, but I know that was a fast one.
Yeah, 100%. That was a good one. I will say this though. When it comes to the Nuggets, free my guy, free Jokic, get out of there. They don't love you. I know a place where we do love you though. I know one place that would treat you right.
He ain't coming to Boston.
A guy can dream. A guy can dream. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say LA, like a guy could dream.
You know, a guy can dream. A guy can dream. You know, I will say this though. I will say that because somebody told me that
Denver next year.
Yeah, somebody said Mike Hughes had put up a picture. I think I saw it. Rob, I think you know what you're talking about. KD in a Celtics jersey.
Yeah.
And he tagged me in it. Yeah, I was like, with all due disrespect, I'm good. Like I'm good.
You
like,
wouldn't take KD?
No, not right now. Not in this stage. Because we're seeing, and again, we'll get. I'm explain why. He's a talent, and I'm gonna go more in detail. I don't think he cares about, but he doesn't care about winning anymore. I think where he's at, and
he got his rings with the Warriors.
I hate KD.
I think where he's at right now is, if I could get another ring, great, but in my mind, I don't need it. That's just the vibe I get from it. Well, to
somebody
us,
need to tell him you do, bro. Because if, let's say the Warriors win this championship this year, which is very likely, especially with all the injuries going on. That's gonna look even worse on KD. It's like because they go like, we won without you, then we bought you in, we won with you, and then you left us, and we won without you again. It's like what?
That'll be rough.
That'll be rough, bro.
Hold on to that KD talk. Hold on to it. Dustin.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming, Frankie, you about to get real tight because we about to have a whole discussion for him. So I'm assuming you're with Rob and you're with Frankie. Golden State is wrapping it up.
Yeah.
5.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
If Draymond didn't get fouled out, they possibly still could have won yesterday.
True. You can make that argument.
Because then it's like, once they saw Otto Porter down there, they was like, "Oh, you tripping?" That the Warriors like, y'all tripping.
Yeah, no, they like, yo, you tripping.
Like, you gonna put him? All right, bet.
Yeah.
They like, immediately did you notice that when Otto Porter came in? They immediately
attacked him. They immediately attacked him. Immediately. Like I saw, and honestly, and it's crazy because when I saw that, the first thought process I had was, oh yeah, attack Otto Porter. And then as soon as they did, that's what they did. What's up, Jay? How you feeling?
Jay.
So I got a question.
Oh my God, here we go.
With a question. Yes,
this is like Con Man 2.0.
Literally, look, for a friend, he said that he had to see something in order to believe it, and I showed it to him, and he still didn't believe it. And I said, hey, look, if a guy physically gets pushed to the ground in front of a ref, how is that not a foul? And he said, what angle did he get pushed at? I said, I don't know. I think he was from the front.
Oh, you talking about Con Man? That's your friend? Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, everybody's my friend, to be honest with you, Frank. I don't really have any enemies. I really don't. So everybody's my friend.
I feel bad for Joker, but then again, everyone thinks he deserves the MVP and not Luka. So, because again, Jokic is having an MVP caliber year. Not only is he playing more, but he's leading his team in every statistical category.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I think it's coming to a point for Damian where he just stopped commenting. Like, he's doing it to himself.
And right here, funny part, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because when I first started growing my hair out, there's at my job is a lady who like every time she sees me, she literally calls me the weekend because she says I look like him. I don't know. I don't see it
by your life. You better pull that picture out of Montez Ford and be like, yo, you don't even know.
Montez meat bumping for you don't even know, man.
Tell him you want all the smoke.
No, bro. Y'all don't even know my
Pride. Tell him you want all the smoke.
I want all the
If y'all ever
I don't
want to
even
see
want him. I want the
Montez
cup.
me
I want the
bumping
red cup.
forward, y'all gotta come on a WWE pay-per-view at Unscripted. You'll see Montez me bumping forward. It's a whole different.
It's a whole different dude. It's a whole different dude. Y'all don't even know. Like, by the way, I'm bringing up his hair. So this is the gentleman I have been told on numerous occasions that I look like, to the point that these guys made me change my name. So now when I'm on Unscripted, it is Montez Meat Bumping Forward. This is the gentleman I look like, supposedly.
I don't even know what's hair. What is that? What's hair?
And we want all the smoke.
That's the rumor. That's the rumor going around these parts. That's the rumor going around these parts. That's the guy I look like. And I was to the point that when I'm on them, I call myself Meat Bumping.
Yeah, you do have that hairstyle, man. That's for sure.
Yeah, but nah, 100%, bro. Montez Meat Bumping Forward. That's what that's my name. That's my name, and I'm completely different. You know what I mean?
He's got so many characters, and then when it's AEW night, he's wild thing.
Oh my god, bro! I don't know if y'all know. I was stripping, bro. Rob, they had the small wild thing, bro. I showed my nipple and everything. On God, you heard about Frankie talk about his hard nipples, bro? He saw mine, bro. It was getting real. It was getting way too real, bro. I had them kicking me out because they were like, "Yo,
well, it is unscripted, you know."
Yeah, a lot of things going on. When you see Unscripted live and it's not live with ASAP, you know it's crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
It's about to get freaky, baby. But the last game that happened yesterday, which had a lot of fans up in arms, up and roared. The Pelicans.
Oh shit! Here's your boy.
103. Well, this is the fourth time he did that, so I'm kind of. I can't add him because it says device not connected, so I'm kind of just waiting, and then. When it gets connected,
everything about the con man is not connected.
He's still trying to come in after 30 minutes ago. He's like, I'm done. I'm gonna watch.
Well, I think he's trying. So I'm just waiting. I'm waiting to see. And then as soon as now at this point we reaching.
Fred VanVleet.
At this point we reaching. I don't look like Fred VanVleet. Dude. Now this is serious. Hold on.
That's like saying when Homeboy called Pride Eddie Kingston on Warzone. That was I was
yo, Juju, I can't stand him, bro. Shout out to Juju, yo, he sounded like Eddie Kingston. I was like, look, I got Freddie Kingston's gut, right? Me and him are both fat. Outside of that, no. All right, so real quick. All right, this show is officially going off the rails, but I don't care.
It's going off.
This Fred VanVleet.
Nah.
Okay. Nah. Now this one is where I almost fought him.
Yeah.
Hold on. You think? Hold on. It's wait for it. Wait for it.
Oh God!
Look at this man's gut. Look at that. What a legend!
Oh wow!
What a legend!
Wow.
Hey, that's a legend right there.
Look at this.
Yes,
that is me when I go to work. That's my work uniform. And my stomach hangs that low too.
It is so funny because that's the same exact picture he sent.
Yes, that's a disrespectful. That's why I hold it on this one, because this is what he did, and what got me real tight and real butthurt was like the eyes, because he in this one he looks like bugged out. So I'm like, great. Now I look like a wild guy, bro. Like not a wild thing, a wild guy.
What do you mean you ran out of chicken at a buffet?
I can't stand it. Pride trying to audition for the Pursuit of Happiness too. Now that Will can't do nothing, that's why he's growing it out. Will Smith, you a simp. That's just my thoughts on the entire.
I didn't say it, Will. Don't hit me.
Man, Joe, did y'all hear about? Nah, let me stop. Let's
get back.
Will Smith can still do movies.
Yeah,
well,
he just
can't have any of his stuff like voted on for like best actor or anything like that. But he can still do movies.
If he wants to put Jada in check, there's a simple way he can do it. Bring a toilet plunger everywhere he goes. So the Pelicans beat the Suns 102-103. I said that out loud. My fault.
It sounded like you said throw a smack of cheese on her head.
It wasn't.
Well, yeah, I was about just like lick her thing and just smack her in the ball head that she shaved. Plot twist is, you know that she actually self-diagnosed herself.
Of course she did.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna touch that one.
Yo, can we talk about the Pelicans beating the Suns, please?
That's what we're talking about right now. Brandon Ingram dropped a cool 30. Jonas Valanciunas, who had ass, dropped 26. CJ McCollum,
what the hell is that?
Dropped 18. Herb Jones, which sounds like a rare form of ganja, dropped a cool 13.
Man, let's talk about Jose Alvarado with the defense of Chris Paul.
Well, I don't know. Jones's defense was pretty damn good too, though.
I honestly, I'll be 100% honest with you. That was more Herb Jones than Jose. Jose
Yeah.
Alvarado
Wakmar or whatever you want to call him. Like
Talk about
Alvarado,
Chris Paul
Avocado,
losing to a
Dodge
referee
Durango
that
don't
isn't
matter,
what's his
bro.
name.
Like they're still getting mollywop. I don't care. Like, but now, okay, you know what, Rob? Go ahead, talk about him. Talk about your boy Jose.
No, I just like Jose, man. He's starting to become one of those like fan favorite dudes. You know, little pit bull, just out there, you know, acting like he's on the bench, running up, stealing the ball. I like that half court defense he played on Chris Paul. He was able to get the 8-second call. I mean, Jose, he's turned into a fan favorite, at least for me. I like Jose.
Yeah, it's got to be for you because I don't even know who the hell that guy is.
The little dude with the braids.
Nah, I know who he. I know who he
Little homie, you know what I'm saying? Representing for us short guys out there.
Nah, he did play some good defense on Chris Paul.
I had to give it to him, you know, but Herb Jones was out there playing too. You know, he showed up, man. I like to see these young teams, you know, who not given a chance, you know, make things a little interesting.
Right. Since you put respect on his name, can I hear people put respect on my man Marcus Smart's name? Like, I'm not even a Celtics fan. We need to put
hold on.
Oh, they have to, man. He defensive player of the year. Marcus Smart. I don't care what nobody say.
My guy got a steal.
He doesn't deserve it.
Al Horford with the corner three, wide open. Rips
did you see when he hit him with the left hand floater? The left hand was a lie. I thought he was about to hit the Booker T for a second.
Spin a Rudy in the air on the way down.
Hey, I rock with Marcus Smart, man. I love because he's always had the same attitude. He ain't no punk. You ain't just gonna walk up on Marcus Smart like he's sweet. And
I think it was in college. He slapped somebody.
I think he almost suplexed somebody, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he had slapped somebody or something like that.
Because he went to Oklahoma or something like that, right? Oklahoma State.
Yeah, he was at Oklahoma State. When I saw that, I was like, "That's my guy." I was like, "I don't care." I was like, "We trading up to get him."
I like Marcus Smart, and even though sometimes the threes are ill-advised, he's not afraid to take them, and that's what you need sometimes. You need somebody with some balls of steel that's willing to step up when nobody is not willing to step up. And to me, honestly, I think he's one of the reasons that Boston turned their season around because he's not afraid. He'll say, "Yeah, if I'm playing trash, let me know. But I'm gonna let you know about yourself. Hey, y'all need to step up. If you want to be the star, be the star." You know what I'm saying? So I rock with Marcus Smart, man. You know what I'm saying?
I got a real question. If the Pelicans end up somehow surprisingly beating Phoenix Suns and then eliminating them early in the first round of the playoffs, does this mean like the Pelicans will move on from Zion Williamson since they've done it without him?
No.
You think they'll still wait for him to come back and like?
Yeah. Well, because here's the thing: if you get to the Western Conference Finals, or even the semis, I think they'll consider moving on from Zion.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
now, if it's just the first round and then in round 2 they get mollywopped, then again they'll just do the same thing. It's like, bro, look, we got out of the first round without you. Imagine with you, we could have made a run. Now, the unfortunate reality of the situation is, do I think they're getting past the Phoenix Suns? No. But let's say theoretically they do. This will basically be their only year where they could do anything.
Here's a real question.
Like, could they be a playing team and, or maybe even a playoff team? Maybe.
Well, you still got to look at it, though. They know realistically if Devin Booker doesn't get hurt, then you probably don't beat the Phoenix Suns. And then on top of that, Zion Williamson, as injury-prone as he is, he's still box office. He still puts butts in seats. So I don't think you move on away from him yet because now you're giving people a reason to buy Pelican tickets. That's
Brandon Ingram is changing that now.
I mean, he's changing that, but even so, I want to see him do that when Phoenix has their full roster. True, I believe if Zion is there, you still have a good chance, even with Phoenix having a full roster. But the way Zion could dominate the paint, I actually would love to see that DeAndre Ayton Zion Williamson matchup.
I don't understand why the Pelicans aren't playing him. It's ridiculous. He should be out on the freaking court.
He should, especially with him doing all these pre-dunk rituals and
because again, he's just trying to prove that he's healthy. He's trying to prove that look, I'm healthy and I'm good. Why the Pelicans won't play him, especially now where it's 2-2. Like, if I'm them, I play him because you need to. If I'm not mistaken, I think Devin Booker is missing one more game. There's like a chance that he can miss one more game. But if I'm the Pelicans, I play Zion. I want to capitalize on this. I want to make sure it's 3-2.
And you're paying him too. So why, if you're paying him, and if you are going to trade him, why would you not want to showcase him? That way you get the best draft picks. None of it makes no damn sense to me.
I mean, well, if you really look at it, Jay, you got a Zion Williamson who's coming back from an injury where he's actually been off the entire year. So, like, if a team looks at him like, okay, well, he's been off the entire year, maybe next year, he looked good. We've seen his pre-dunk, his workouts and stuff. Maybe he's ready. So let's get a good trade for Zion Williamson, and we'll start him next year where he'll be 100% healthy because he'll have extra time. But
he should be 100% now with all the dunks and everything he's making. He's been off long enough.
I do agree with you guys. I feel like the Pelicans should play him at least limited minutes, give him a total maybe 15, 20 minutes a game right now to see at least what he's doing, Give him like 2 minutes a quarter, maybe 3 or 4 minutes a quarter, see what he's got. If he's not looking good, then you take him out and you know that he's not ready. But if he's beasting and he's looking like he's ready to go, then you go back to giving this guy his 30, 40 minutes plus games. Like,
yeah, it's gonna be awkward, like the entire Zion situation, because he's saying he's healthy. Once you question a guy's health, you're now entering a very, very awkward situation. On the Sun side, let's say for some reason, the Phoenix Suns lose to the Pelicans,
which would be like Christmas to me.
That would be crazy. Honestly, like I said, I think it's the Suns year, but if they lose, I am curious on how
Jay Ness is running. Jay Ness is running here.
Oh yeah. Jay's going deep underground. He's gonna grow the full all the way out hair. He's gonna have 9-foot-long dreads, smoking ganja, praying that he can just forget about everything Phoenix related.
But Dustin, let me ask you this: if they lose, if the Suns lose, how bad would this look on Chris Paul? And do you think the Phoenix Suns haters would say that last year's run to the finals was just an anomaly?
I don't think they're going to say last year's run to the finals was an anomaly, because I don't know if Phoenix can win without a healthy Devin Booker. I just don't. As good as Chris Paul is and as good as he's played, without a healthy Devin Booker with him, I don't think they can win. They might get through New Orleans, but if Devin Booker's not 100% for the next series, they're not coming out of the West. And for as good as Golden State has looked so far, yes, they lost to Denver yesterday, but I think Golden State's going to come out of the West regardless if Devin Booker is healthy, because that team seems to be all of a sudden peaking at the right time because Jordan Poole decided to be this all-star caliber player in the playoffs, and now you got Stephen Curry coming off the bench giving you 30 points a game.
At the same time, though, did Alvarado expose maybe a little bit about Chris Paul with his defense?
Well, not really, because the way the Phoenix Suns were playing, they were just throwing everything at Chris Paul.
That's what I'm saying. But
so it's not really him. It's not really him getting exposed. It's just
right. I don't think he got exposed. It's just that he's the only playmaker now.
Right.
Because Devin Booker is the only other person that can get his own shot.
It's what Jay said in the group chat earlier last week. Regardless who wins the NBA title this year, obviously a win's a win, but you're going to have the injury side of thing that's going to drastically outcome who wins the NBA Finals this year, because every team, for the most part, has a significant injury to deal with. Boston Celtics don't at this point, but everybody in the West, it seems like, has a significant injury to deal with. Everybody in the East, it seems like they have a significant injury to deal with, where it's just going to be who adapts better.
But I hate that, though, because all the asterisks, like people want to say, oh, they won the championship, but it was in a bubble. Oh, they won the championship because it's an injury. Hey, the best ability is availability. If you're not available, then that's on you. I'm not going to stop my championship dreams because your team is hurt. We're gonna come out there and play you as if you were completely healthy. So
why would you not? Yeah, I mean, why would you not?
Exactly. And not only that, and not
I'm not
only
down
that,
with that
like,
asterisk thing.
Right, like, and I'm not even gonna play that route because the same people put our asterisks are the same idiots who would proudly claim that championship. If
oh hell, you know how many times I've heard asterisks though being put on Houston when Jordan took his sabbatical?
And
it's a real championship.
And I don't put no asterisk on Houston. That's all.
No, I'm not saying you guys. I'm saying that I've heard that. I mean, that's always.
Oh, because I had a conversation with one of the dudes at my job. Like, he says he doesn't count them. And I'm like, well, it looks like you can't count them because at the end of the day, you still count them. Like, I don't know what you like. Again, like, if you're gonna sit there and say Kevin Durant's rings matter, but then you want to kill, the Rockets for winning theirs, like, you're like, oh, do disrespect, do better. Wait, I can't say that anymore because then someone's gonna cry and go wham wham wham. But
I told you, hey, Pride, I'm gonna get you a shirt that says that all due disrespect.
No, I'll do disrespect, bro. Bro, I've never in my life had people triggered over a saying, bro. I say all due disrespect, bro, and they melt down. They're like, oh my God, you gotta respect me. I'm like, yeah, no.
You know what?
Lennon,
how you doing? Stop being so sensitive, man. What's up, Lennon?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
I'll be real with you. I hate KD so much. I don't count his 2 rings with Golden State. I hate that man with a passion so much. I don't care what you say, Pride. I don't care what anybody say.
What has KD done to you, my boy?
Yeah, why do you hate KD so much? Is it because he left Oklahoma City for Golden State, or why do you hate KD?
I hate KD because of how he is as a person on the court and off the court. Like, he's a true asshole. He's a straight up asshole. If I ever see him in person, I swear to God, I'm breaking his shins.
Yuki's a real one. I don't care what no one says, bro. Yuki's a real one. I don't know if I told you the story, bro, but basically a dude was in the chat talking shit about my mom's, right? Because he was so butthurt because, I said Miami Heat is just, they're frauds, and triggered him, right? So he started saying stuff, and like, I didn't even have to say but a word. I'd have to say but a word because Yuki was basically saying everything I wanted to say. Literally everything I wanted to say, he was saying it on my behalf. So all I had to do was just click, have his comment up, and I can't get in trouble because it's not coming out of my mouth, right? I had to wait for days to die down so that way I can't get yelled at, now we could all laugh at it. But shout out to Yuki, it's a real one. That's a real one. Damien Hernandez says, question everyone, since everyone says Booker is an MVP, isn't in the MVP talks of the CP3, can we now put Booker in the talks knowing that CP3 and the Suns are useless without him? Well, no, because during the regular season, when there was a stretch they didn't have Booker, they looked solid.
Yeah.
It's a regular season award. You can't get what you see in the playoffs and try to say, oh, this is why so-and-so should be MVP. You do that when your guy couldn't prove his case in the regular season.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it. Because if that's the route we want to take, if we're allowed to be corny, where is it? Right here. So if we're allowed to be corny, you say, I feel bad for the Joker, but then again, he deserves to MVP and not Luka. So, and the thing you're trying to make it seem like, at this point, listen, I sent it. If you didn't get it, I don't know what to tell you. I sent it. Jay sent it. Freddie sent it. It is what
I'm sorry. No, sorry. That was hilarious.
It is what it is. But right here. So, because you're saying Luka deserves to be MVP, if I can use your same logic, the game before Luka came back, they beat the Jazz. Luka comes back, they lose. He's not MVP. You see why that logic is not considered, like why you can't use that logic? See why you can't use that logic?
Damien's a Chicago Bulls fan. That's why. Oh, my bad, Rob. Did I say that out loud? My bad, Rob. Wasn't pointing to. Listen,
y'all leave my Bulls alone. At least we made it to the dance.
Compared to what James.
Man, could you imagine if Joker was on the Bulls?
Oh, God.
Bruh. If Joker was on the Bulls, that would definitely be NBA.
I would love the Joker.
Jay, don't even try and do that. Don't try and.
No, he's not going to the Bulls, but I'm just saying, like, man.
Hey,
listen,
Jay, never say never. Jay, the president of the Bulls, is who drafted Jokic.
Yeah,
say never.
So, real quick,
I'm just saying that'd be a hell of a squad, though. Then Mike Hughes could have some serious validity to his arguments.
I swear to God, he goes to the Bulls. I'm done with the NBA. I swear to God, I'm done with the NBA.
That's crazy. Matter of fact, just for that, Jokic, Do you think?
If they denied the Chris Paul trade to come to LA when Kobe was alive and stuff, they better deny
Good.
trade.
Well,
like
you
that.
know what?
He said good.
Frankie, I agree with you on that.
No, I don't care. Good.
I was so
Glad he
hurt
didn't
about
go.
that because I'm like, so you let LeBron go to Miami with Dwayne
That's
Wade
different.
and Chris
He's a
Paul?
free agent.
No,
though.
it's not. How
Yeah,
is
it
that
is because
different?
LeBron was a free agent.
LeBron
Chris
was a
Paul
free
had to
agent.
get traded. That's how it's different. You can't stop a free agent from
And
getting
if
what they want.
Jokic came to Chicago,
And the part that y'all forgetting, this motherfucker David, like this Stern motherfucker, owned the Pelicans.
Yeah, he owned
That's
them.
why it didn't go because of competitive is the league. The motherfucker didn't want his star to go nowhere. That's what it was. And when he realized it, he was like, all right, bet. I can't send him to LA because he would have been so butthurt.
Well, you know what? Why did Chris Paul never, like, when he became a free agent, why didn't he just try to go to LA on his own?
Because by that
Because
time,
after that,
ship
LA
had
didn't
sailed.
want to pay him what he wanted to get paid.
Yeah, that ship had sailed and gone.
It had
But if you
all
want
the-
a ring, sometimes you gotta take that pay cut if you really want that ring, I guess.
I say that he wasn't going to win a ring with.
No, but you also got to
Lakers.
remember
I don't think he
too.
would have.
You got to remember too. By that time, because this happened around like 2011. So by that time, LeBron had already made his move to Miami.
And now
everybody kind of seen the writing on the wall.
Right, and we got to remember, only 2-3 years after that is when Kobe started breaking down.
Right.
Like, so if he went to LA, he really only had a 2, maybe 3-year span to do something with that.
That's fine. That's fine.
Because he did eventually make it to LA. He just made it to the Clippers.
Right.
Exactly.
They thought Blake Griffin
that's
was
disrespect.
the next big thing.
But how is it disrespect?
Do you think
They
Kobe's career would
denied
have
the
been
trade for him to come to the Lakers, but they accept the trade for him to go to the Clippers.
Because they had no choice. He had no choice. Frank, you got to remember something. When they first did it, CP3 was almost there, and they nixed it. Chris Paul said, all right, bet, I'm definitely walking, no debate at all. And David Stern did that so then the organization should try to convince Chris Paul to come back. When they couldn't, then they had to trade him. How stupid would you look for you to go to the Lakers after you just nixed the trade and it was like, nah.
Right.
The guy said he wanted to go to LA. So now you really only got one other option. You're now in this awkward situation where now you just said no to the Lakers. So now you have no choice whatsoever.
And if it wasn't for injuries, the Clippers was a great team.
They were.
As Chris Paul started getting hurt.
You know what? Hey, can we talk about how good? I know Mike Hughes hates this, but can we start talking about how good Grayson Allen is, man? Honestly, this dude's doing hella good, man.
I don't know because
we don't mention that name, man.
I know we don't mention it, but at the same time, the way he's playing right now for Milwaukee, stepping up from Middleton being out, it's damn near player of the year type stuff.
But we have to have consistency because he dropped 27. Can he do it again? I don't know. We had the same.
I think he did it in back-to-back games, though, didn't he?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he did. He had 22 in game 3. He had 27.
Oh, 22. Yeah, it was 22.
That's what I'm saying. The man is stepping the fuck up, and he's hitting 3-pointers like nobody's business. I mean, I don't like what Grayson Allen did to Caruso, anybody else, but I'm going to give the man his props, and I'm telling you, and in the biggest of moments, he's stepping the hell up.
Yo, Rob, I just want you to know he's saying this about your team because you're here. But the other night, he was giving so much hate on your team. I swear to God, I thought he was going to get attacked by full city of Chicago. Saturday night, he was. Yo, I swear to God, if you got when we got free time after the show, go to Unscripted on Saturday. When we were talking about the Bulls, Jay was going off on the Bulls.
Oh, he always going off on the Bulls. He called them pretenders.
I did, man.
Oh, I know.
Bro, I killed him.
And the crazy part about it, Jay, you might be right.
Oh, I'm definitely fucking right. How do you blow? Them dudes look like a damn college team at times playing freaking Milwaukee. Are we kidding each other right now?
I can't get mad.
Where's DeRozan? Where the hell was DeRozan?
I was pissed.
Bulls was
I was pissed. Because my thing is, again, you look.
Hey, he said DeRozan is who we thought he was.
We let him off the hook.
No, don't say that because the Lakers right now would still love to have DeRozan.
Hey, the Lakers would love to have anybody but Russell freaking Westbrook right now.
That is true. That is also true.
No, we can't say nothing about Westbrook because then people will get butthurt.
I don't care. I'm a Laker fan. I can say whatever I want about Westbrook.
They're going to say, oh, yeah, 57 years ago, back when dinosaurs roamed the land and the automobile was yet to be a thought.
This is my thing about NBA players.
Oh, he's talking about Common.
If you don't want to get talked about,
did he say that?
Play a National Basketball Association.
I was talking about I forgot homeboy's name. He left the chat. I was talking about him and Mike Hughes. I love Mike, but come on, Mike, do better.
And where the hell was Levine in all this? I think he was over there I think he was over there window shopping.
No, Levine has played himself out of the Supermax, like I said earlier in the show, based on his playoff performance.
Hey, listen, I don't want to hear shit from Mike Hughes anymore about these damn Bulls.
Yuki,
hey, we don't keep talking about the Bulls.
That comment.
Hey, because quote unquote, they're a young team, this, that. No, they suck.
No.
They just
if your team is the Houston Rockets, you have
no
right to
don't
say
even go
anybody
there. We're rebuilding. How are you going to sit there and talk about the Houston Rockets? Well, you know damn good well we rebuild on year one. And in year one, we beat the freaking Bulls. Shut the hell up, Rob. I love you.
Guess what? Your team is still the Houston Rockets. So you can't say nobody sucks.
Hey, listen. Hey, watch this. Well, you know what? I'm not going to go there. I bet you we were in the Western Conference Finals before y'all were last go around. When y'all been last time? With all these little concoctions y'all put together.
Well, I mean, you're right. But you're right. You're right. You guys would make the Western Conference Finals before the Bulls.
We did that. We went against
the Eastern Conference, so that's not really that much of a great achievement. You're in two different conferences. The Bulls can't make the Western Conference.
But you know what, though? Hey, well, okay, I get that. He knows what I meant. Eastern Conference. Look, don't play semantics with me, Pride. I'll get comments ass in here, and we'll have a merry-go-round of shit.
Please get him in here, bro. I guess I don't know technology.
Don't make me send him the email. Don't make me send him the email.
Send it to him, please. I implore you. Send it
to
him.
Why he just don't click on it through Messenger?
Well, because
this time man don't know. He was back in Jesus' time. He's still trying to figure out the abacus. Okay, he don't know email.
He says that when he clicks it through the messenger thing on his phone, he says it acts weird, and then it basically like kicks him out and all that stuff. So he asks to send it, right? And then he just says these guys can't even send a correct email. I'm pissed, and you can't even click a link to get in here.
You gotta understand, like we all got.
I don't know what you want from me.
He's still running on that Dell system where he got the box on the back of the screen. So like,
but the thing is, Rob,
he got the monitor he has to turn on.
Rob, I sent him an email. I sent it to him before. Magic says he never gets it. Whatever. I sent him one. Freddie sent him one. And Jay Ness sent him one. So that's three. That's three individual parties.
And they broke down the email different times.
Yeah, I'll send it to his.
Go ahead, send it.
Fine, man. This is we all saying this, do disrespect and all. Like we're saying this with love. Some of it.
No. We saying this with some straight up ass disrespect.
I've been trying to send it. Supposedly, again, I'm scared.
Nick, if somebody get Dr. J on the horn, maybe he can send him the correct email address.
I used to joke when I worked in banking.
Rob, I'll be honest, Rob. I'm scared because like he beats me in debates, and I'm scared. So I don't want it here. So I never sent it to him because shiver me timbers.
Hey, Pride. Hey, y'all. I used to have a joke with people when I worked at the bank, and they couldn't download the app. I said, if you like this, I don't think technology is for you.
Yeah, you gotta relax. That's funny.
Yo, Pride, I gotta ask, what the hell was going on with the group chat? He kept asking about a certain play, and you're like, no.
So I'm just gonna put it straight, sweet to the point.
This is for the world to watch.
Lennon, if I'm playing defense with you, matter of fact, me and Rob are playing basketball, right?
Mm-hmm.
I push Rob. Is that a foul?
Yes.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. The dude tries to make it seem like every single call, you guys are trying to like discover a new element or build a new hydrogen atom collider. Like, nah. If a motherfucker takes 3 steps to travel.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Now, I'm not a high-tech person at all.
Oh, he's got a floating head.
But it says 2015. Hey, all right, it says 2015, the word at, and then the at symbol. Is that actually correct?
He says it is. That's what I've been sending it to.
Don't forget the dot. He put a dot before the
There's
at.
like a dot, right?
There's one that says dot at, the other one just has at. So what the hell? You know what, Michael? Put it there one more time, and I want you to tell me if it's the word at in there or that dot before, because I think you're fucked up.
Just send it to both of them, Jay.
I was about to say, send it to all of them. Send it without the dot at,
to everyone.
send it to the at, and then the dot at. Like, send it to all three of them.
The haberdashery hemoglobin.
Haberdashery? Oh, wow. All right.
Bro,
so
I thought it was funny how he kept going, oh, I'll bring on the NFL or NBA ref, and he'll tell you what's happening.
But the thing is like, if I go and I push someone, that's a foul.
Yeah.
It's an obvious clear-cut foul. You don't got to tell me no angles. Like, I'm not telling you that. I'm not asking you, hey, when I push him,
I think
at
my
an
man is really
angle or an obtuse
y'all,
angle. That's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you if I push you, is that a foul? And it's a foul. There's some calls that are easy.
I don't even understand. Why aren't we asking? Why are we not asking the Terminator himself, stat man? Yo, stat guy. If somebody gets pushed, is that a foul?
Depending on who the player is.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing
that. No, it is true though, depending on who the player is, because you see so many times where guys like LeBron or Durant and Giannis barely get touched.
But you're doing what con man's doing. That's not the damn question. The question was if you see it,
by the letter of the law, yes, if you get pushed, it's a foul. But realistically, in the NBA, it depends on who the player is.
I get that.
And I'm gonna bring up a game. I'm gonna bring up the game with Embiid, the 76ers in Toronto. Embiid grabbed the ball that was almost out of bounds. He got slightly touched on the elbow where it looked like he got pushed, and he fell to the ground. I honestly felt like Embiid didn't have to fall to the ground. He could have obviously hopped, out of bounds, but still got the ball out. But they still called it a foul. It was basically like a small touch, and it got called a push. And that's a foul.
Honestly, I'm not even talking about a specific play. If I just go and push you, is that a foul?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It was a slight touch to the elbow. MB made it look like it was a push, so it got called as a push foul.
Like if I push someone, is that a foul?
But we're making these up because it's 2022 and the league just randomly makes random foul calls because it's not 1962.
Nah, but then again, I can't talk about being a ref though. I can't. I didn't take the test. I don't know what y'all want.
That's some funny shit. I don't care who you are. That's some funny shit.
There's three games today.
The sweep.
700%. At 7 p.m. Celtics at dog shit. Sorry, at worthless. My bad. At overrated. Sorry, at Nets. I got a weird congestional thing going on. So
you just I'm not even you know what?
Raptors gonna complete the 3-1 comeback because Doc Rivers right now is like 3-1. Shit. So not gonna find a way.
I told you he's gonna win it at Philly because the city of Toronto and them Canadians don't deserve to see a sweep. That's why they didn't win it in Toronto. They took it back home to Philly in the United States in front of their home fans.
I try. And then the Utah Jazz are going to look to find a way to squander Donovan Mitchell and push him out even easier as they play the Dallas Mavericks.
Am I the only one surprised that Utah is not up 3-1 or
no, because
they didn't have Luka for 3 games.
Well, I look, man. I think Rob, we were talking about this last week. I think it was Thursday. We had Jonathan on. We have no faith at all, 110%, no faith at all in Utah Jazz. I have no faith.
Not at all.
2-2 does not shock me at all. I'll be honest with you. Does not. I'm shocked that it's 2-2. I'm shocked it's not 3-1 Dallas. I really am. By the way, before we forget, I have an NFL draft question. What should my Dallas Cowboys do with the 24th pick in the first round of the draft?
We don't talk about the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, bro, y'all gonna need. That's the thing.
Jay, you're a Dallas Cowboy man. What do you do with the 24th pick in the first round?
Man, I'm looking at corners. I still think we need corner help, man. But then again, we also lost Gregory, so it's not like we don't need defensive end pressure as well. So we got a lot of needs on defense. I'm definitely drafting the best available on defense. I'm either going to go defensive lineman or I'm going secondary.
Go draft Jahan Dotson to replace Amari Cooper.
If you want to do
Yeah,
that.
but man, our offense isn't nowhere as nearly as neat as our defense is.
True. That also reminds me. Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. The gentlemen here, Jay and Frankie, they'll be hosting a watch along of the NFL draft where they will do the draft, react, all that good stuff. You guys are going to be doing it on ASAP, right?
Yeah, it's going to be unscripted hosting the first 10 picks on ASAP. It will be on ASAP, correct?
Okay, I just want to
Unscripted is going to do the first 10 picks. ASAP will go 11 through 32, and Darren Smith will be on at 8 o'clock Eastern to give his thoughts.
Yeah, so again, that is going to be kicking off Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Be there or be square. So hold on. Don't F with me. I've ref for over 40 years. Ask any ref you know and ask that question. There are variables. I bet you all watch the ball.
Wait, who said that?
Referees watch the defense. Let's go. Stay in your lane. Have you reffed any basketball game? Okay. So let me just address your point piece by piece. Matter of fact, okay. So don't F with me. I have a fiance, so that's needed. That's not needed. I ref for over 40 years. Just because you've done it for a long time doesn't mean you're good. Ask any ref you know and ask any ref you know and ask that question. That there are easy calls. Yeah, I will, and I promise you they'll say that because that's just the most brain dead question ever. So yeah, they would say there are some easy calls. There are variables. No, not when I push a motherfucker. Like the fuck. Like there's variables if I step. Like if I'm traveling and I'm getting held onto the ball. Okay, sure. But that's a call that sure you can make an argument that it's kind of complex.
Or carrier. Because I don't know.
I reffed a YMCA basketball game once. Does that count?
But do you remember when Allen Iverson was talking about? It was something that happened with a referee. I was just watching it on YouTube, and the referee was like, "Okay." Allen Iverson came out and publicly said something about the referees. They made it their business. They say every carry he does, we're gonna call it going forward. Right. So it got to the point that even during the game, Allen Iverson was like, "How long is this issue gonna go on?"
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And that was the referee showing. It's really a preference.
Right. And then
it's a preference.
So real quick, because you're saying he says, I bet you all watch the ball. Well, duh, you have to watch the ball because that's where about roughly around 85 to 87% of the fouls occur on ball.
But you do have multiple refs. Some watch the ball, some watch the defense. I mean, you got different angles of different refs. So it's not like you're watching one thing, they're watching multiple.
Right. Exactly. And then he says referees watch defense, but they also have to watch offense as well. Because how do you think they can call an offensive in the paint 3-second call?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, hey, by the way, Michael, I sent that thing to 3 different email addresses. If you don't get it this time, you just
I'll tell you. And then you saying stay in your lane. I'm chilling in the fast lane. So trust and believe I'm chilling here. You said, have any of you refereed a basketball game? And I'm gonna tell you what I said earlier. If you look outside and you see it's raining, can you tell me it's raining? Right? Yeah, because you see it, right? But you're not certified. You're not a meteorologist, so you can't tell me it's raining. You see how silly that sounds?
Yeah, it definitely sounds silly.
Immensely silly.
This is getting really funny. It's getting intense.
I'm just saying. By the way, he asked me, "Am I certified?"
Oh man.
Okay.
I'm certified. Does that help?
Hey, how many people are certified and still make mistakes? It happens there.
Thank you. Like, do better.
Every day.
Do better. You know what it is? He's a contrarian. That's what he is. He's like the more you talk to him, he's a contrarian. He says stuff to disagree with you. In 20 minutes, he ends up repeating the same thing you say, and then goes, "That's what I've been saying the whole time." It's like, no, bro. Like, that's not what you've been saying. Like I'm not saying every call is easy. But there are some calls that are pretty easy. Some calls are pretty easy. If I inbounds the ball and I don't dribble and I take 4 steps, Is that a difficult call?
No.
Do you now need a mathematical equation to determine whether or not I traveled? No. You just need to count 1, 2, 3. Oh, whistle, and that's it.
The prize say, y'all stop me from hanging out with my wife for this.
I know, because here's the problem, bro. Is like when people say that they're refs, they take it personal, right? Because they go, "Oh yeah, my job is so hard," and it's like, you don't make it seem like the entire aspect is wrong. There are some easy calls you get with being a ref. Just like an athlete, there are some easy plays you have. Like a wide open 3 is stupidly easy. As easy as you can get anyway. You know what I mean? Like that's as easy as a shot you could possibly get. Wide open layup. And how many times have we seen guys miss a wide open layup on a fast break? The best one I've ever seen in my entire life when he was with the Wizards, Nick Young. Homie went up, lost the ball, and it flew into the stands. That was a wide open fast break layup. Are you not allowed to say that he blew a wide open layup? Are you not allowed to say
it? No, you're not allowed to say because you're not certified.
You're not certified.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Listen, listen. I would love to run into a burning building and see a girl on fire, but I'm not a certified firefighter. So burn, motherfucker, burn.
And then again, like for you to say it's big,
Jay got it.
Lord Jesus, you're horrible.
Hey,
and again,
Jay,
like,
I'm gonna pray for you tonight.
he gonna need it. All I'm saying is this: as a ref, there's some easy calls you can have. There's some easy calls. Like that's all. There's some easy calls. There are some calls that you can just blow the whistle and go, "Oh, yep, that was easy one."
Hey, you a calm man, call a truce. Call a truce.
While I was a great player, a great official, broadcaster, I know what I know. I officiated in the hood for a $10,000 money tournament. I know what I know. Come down here and ref a 5th grade game.
Yo, that is nothing good to say. Yeah, that's like you just said you officiated in the hood. In the hood. Not even a YMCA, Jay. He refed in the hood.
Hey, it's good tournaments in the hood. I resent that.
Are you certified to ref in the hood? I could go to Brooklyn, New York right now, my hometown.
Hey, listen, was this online certification? Because if it's online certification, you can manipulate that.
Come on, y'all.
My guy said a 5th grade. So today at 7 p.m. Eastern time,
so
the Celtics will be in Brooklyn. Rob, I'm done, Rob. I'm done.
Other news, did y'all see the Tyson Fury fight?
I'm done. He knocked him out. By the way, I will say this real quick.
How many people think that? How many people think Tyson Fury's done? Because he still has to unify the belt with Joshua and that. I think what's his face.
No,
how does he retire and not unify all the belts?
Here's the thing. He doesn't care about unifying the belts.
Yeah, that was a
he wants that Anthony Joshua.
Not only that one, Pride. Not only that one. He also
real quick.
Oh,
Jay McLovin, question.
Hey, Mike, we throwing the towel.
Correct? Hold on. You've been in the military, correct? Jay McLovin?
Wait a minute.
Military
hell no. Hell no. Hold on.
You were in the military, correct?
Yeah, I was in the military.
And you went overseas, correct?
I was in combat in Afghanistan, yes.
Dustin, you see me waving the white flag?
Okay, so everything else doesn't matter. Like,
Hey, Mike, hold on now.
He said
Michael,
that. I brought the garbage bag after
I don't know this.
That was trash.
Hey, hold on, wait. Hold on. Michael don't know about the hood. He don't think I know about the hood? Listen, 1526 Howard Road, Washington, D.C., Southeast side Anacostia, the only white motherfucker in an all-black neighborhood, and I was known as Cracker Salty. If you don't think I'd fucking know about that shit, get the fuck out of here.
Relax,
Get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about, New Bedford?
I'm scared.
New Bedford.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
I see New Bedford. New Bedford ain't got shit on 1526 Howard Road. You try to be the only white person out there think you can survive? Shut the fuck up.
Jay, relax, Jay.
Hey,
relax.
Let's get
Tell me I don't know about the hood. What's the hood?
Jay,
let's get control of this
thing. Make me call Nyla Rose right now, Jay.
We just went viral.
He said, yo, Jason, pick a Nyla Rose.
Make me call Nyla Rose. You better calm down.
Right. We
You
just
better
went viral.
relax.
Lord
right.
Jesus.
So
let's get back.
So today, Celtics at Nets, Raptors at Sixers, Jazz at Mavericks. Just real quick around the horn. Jay, give me your 3 winners for today.
Who we got? I know the Mavericks. I got the Mavericks for sure winning.
So you got the Mavericks? Okay, Celtics and Nets.
Celtics.
And then Raptors and Sixers.
Sixers.
All right.
Yeah.
Dustin, give me your 3 winners.
Celtics,
Okay.
Sixers,
Okay.
Jazz.
Jazz? Okay. All right. Lennon, what are your 3 winners?
I'm going to go Mavericks.
Okay.
I'm going to say Celtics.
Okay.
And I say Raptors get the win.
All right. So far, we're all friends here. Frankie and Franquecito.
Ay, papi.
Hey,
Yo, I'm so
brother.
I'm so excited to pick these 3. My nipples are so hard right now.
Yo,
Y'all don't even understand.
Yo, true.
Hey, I've never heard
Yo.
so much talk about nipples before.
Yo,
the past 2 days, Frankie's been in love with this stuff. So we got people saying Nets, Raptors, Mavs, and then same thing. Frankie, who you got? Who are your 3 winners?
All right, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm going with Celtics for the sweep.
Let's go.
I'm going with
Okay,
Philly to end the city of Toronto. Sorry, Jurassic Park, but this isn't it. This is your Fallen Kingdom year. And then I'm gonna honestly, I want to see the Mavericks win, but I'm gonna go with Stat Guy. I think Utah's gonna end up surprisingly winning tonight.
Okay.
I feel like we're probably gonna get 7 games in that series.
Ooh, okay.
Hey, guys, I got to hop off real quick, but I will see y'all later.
Have a good one, Lennon.
So
I'll tell you what, man. Hey, because the Jazz really do have to win. Because if they don't win, they're blowing up that team.
I think they're blowing up the team regardless. If they don't,
Probably. I mean, most likely, I can see that.
Yeah, outside of the Western Conference Finals appearance and losing in 7, I think they blow it up. Rob, who's your 3 winners?
All right, you guys.
And don't pick the Bulls because they're gonna lose.
Luckily, they don't play tonight. Otherwise, I probably would have went the Bucks. But I'm going Philly. I'm going Dallas. I think Doncic bounces back. He just needed a game to kind of shake the cobwebs off. And then I'd like you all to prepare for our eulogy today for the Brooklyn Nets.
No, they don't deserve it.
You're balling.
They're going to be eliminated today. Ben Simmons, he couldn't find his backbone and didn't want to play.
We're going to talk about that.
It's true, though, Pride. How's this man collecting all this money and not getting on the damn court? He's robbing people.
We'll talk about that.
Relax.
I'm just saying, I just want to complete the eulogy today. Kyrie, he didn't want to get vaccinated, and he's blaming everybody else for the team dissension instead of himself because he was the reason that they didn't develop any chemistry. Kevin Durant, he's been exposed. He's not as great as a leader as he thought he was, and I'm pretty sure he's kicking himself in the ass for leaving the Golden State Warriors. And of course, Ben Simmons, who cannot find his cojones to jump on the court and play to help his team out. So I know what you pride is free Ben Simmons.
I got something for you. Don't worry.
Brooklyn has to free themselves from Ben Simmons. They've been duped in that trade.
Bro, I'm about to expose all y'all. When we talk about Ben Simmons, I'm about to expose each and every one of y'all.
But my thing is, he said that he would have possibly came back and played.
But no, hold on.
Him lose, and he was like, "Oh, my back still hurts."
Again, we'll talk about that in a minute. Watch. All right. So for me, obviously, I got honestly, I think the Sixers, they're gonna end up. Now, this is my hope. I hope they choke another 3-1 lead. That Doc, I really do. I really do.
If they do that, where can Doc go coach at?
Lakers.
No.
China.
I don't know. I don't know because
he said Lakers, man. He going to China.
Listen, 2-3 blown 3-1 leads this close to each other. I think he's going to have to take a break. He's going to have to take a break from coaching.
Dare I say sabbatical?
Yes, he's going to have to do a sabbatical. 100%. 100%. I think the 76ers close it out. It's going to be interesting if they don't, but I think they do. I got the Mavs winning. And without a shadow of a doubt, Brooklyn, get him out of here, coach. Get him out of here. Yo, Frankie, have you growing up? Did you ever watch Sábado Gigante? Growing up at all?
Sábado Gigante.
You used to ready? Y fuera! Y fuera! Get him out of here! Get him out of here, bro. I don't care, bro.
Right, you say you smoking on that Nets pack.
What with the easy, boy. Like I put on Facebook, bro. Listen, everyone was hyped about Blake Griffin.
Oh,
it don't matter. Blake Griffin, listen.
Chris
Blake
back.
Griffin, bro, I'm gonna tell you this right now.
What's
Blake
up, bro?
Griffin, Peter Griffin. Oh, by the way, Chris, welcome back. Glad you're feeling
man.
good.
Glad
bro.
you feeling better.
Hey, I would have been on about a half hour ago, but I was having trouble with the link. I couldn't get it to work.
Don't worry, comments still trying to figure it out.
I like that in you. I
what
like
a
that in you,
joke.
Chris.
What
Chris
a-
comes
yo,
in on
but
BS.
I had to come back with a joke, man.
Yo,
I
like,
love
but
it.
your face was so
Yo.
serious. I was like, what? but real talk. All jokes aside, Chris, we're glad you're back. We know you haven't been feeling well. It's good to see you back. How are you feeling, bro?
I'm still getting over it, but I'm feeling a hell of a lot better than I did last week. So it's going on.
Hell yeah.
Good.
Hey
good,
man, we've
good,
been
bro.
praying for you, Chris. So man,
Yes,
it's
sir.
always good to see. Like I said, I was in the hospital too, bro. So I knew exactly where you was coming from, man. It's like it's something going on out here. Hey man, I know we're not used to taking care of ourselves good, but make sure you take your vitamins and drink your water. Stay hydrated out here, y'all.
Well,
Say
I'll
your
be
prayers.
honest with you. If it wasn't for my girl, I'd probably been in more trouble than I was because
Hey, I'm telling you.
I wouldn't go to the hospital, and she forced me to. And I couldn't hold nothing down for almost 7 days, dude.
Oh my goodness, man. Well, we glad to have you back, my brother.
Yep. And before we take a quick break, I just want to say this, bro, because everyone was happy about Blake Griffin. Rob, you saw me post this, bro, because I was mad and mature. Blake Griffin, Peter Griffin, Team Gryffindor don't matter.
Celtics
and
and
four.
four.
We live in our best life. Don't worry about these suckers.
That's like
Live
the
in our
best
best
line
life.
ever.
Wait, I
That's
must
the
have
best
missed
line
something. What happened
ever.
with
I
Blake
swear to
Griffin?
God.
Well,
No,
Blake Griffin
he came in like game 3, and he had a pretty decent game.
Yeah.
he was
Jay,
playing
I mean,
good.
oh, okay. I thought there must have been some more serious news about
No,
it.
because remember they wasn't playing him like the
he
first
wasn't
couple
at
of
all.
games of this
Yo,
series.
Jay,
So,
he played 8 games or 8 minutes, bro. He played 8 minutes.
but he had a good 8 minutes.
Yeah, he got 8 points in 8 minutes. Yeah,
And then way better. And then
What's
and
going on
played
with-
better
I
than
was talking
KD.
with Frankie about Blake Griffin, and I was telling him, I said, I feel like when he first came to the league, he was all this, and then now he's just kind of being bounced around like a third. I just don't get it. What happened to Blake that he's just gone down so far?
Well, you got to
because
remember,
by the time
man,
he started working on his game, it was too late. He relied so much on his athleticism that now all he really is just.
he's like a stretch forward.
And even then, he's not even a stretch.
'Cause
He's a
not-
stretch because he'll shoot. He's a 3-point shooter, not a 3-point maker.
Right, he's not a specialist.
Right.
He's just a person that'll take him.
All right, he'll take him and brick him. He'll Paul George him.
And do you think that John Morant, if he doesn't develop more of his game, do you think he can fall in that same trap?
If he doesn't, yeah.
Yes and no, but he's still
do
young
see
enough
him-
where he'll be okay
Right.
right now.
And I do see him. We do see him kind of already incorporating somewhat of a jump shot in his game.
So you can see flashes of his jump shot getting better.
Right. So he's already doing it. So that's kind
Right.
of why I'm like, I'm not too concerned with him.
I mean,
because
if
he's
I'm
already
him,
doing it.
I'm watching Derrick Rose tapes, and I'm like getting prepared for that,
No,
because sooner or later that athleticism goes.
That's what I'm saying. You only have so much of it in you if
But-
you don't develop that latter
But
stage
not
of your
to mention
game.
too, him and Derrick Rose game remind me so much of each other that that explosiveness takes a toll on your body.
It does.
So
It does.
he has to realize, like, okay, I maybe got about 3-4 good years of me just jumping over everybody before my body starts to tell me I can't do that anymore.
Right.
Right.
But again,
What
I'm
happened to
not
Dusty?
even gonna start. I'm not even gonna start because
Let's just go to the break.
unintentional Chicago over here. We got 2 more topics that's
I
gonna
know
ruffle some feathers.
you hate Derrick Rose so much, Pride. Why?
I don't hate him. Y'all put him on a pedestal for no
No,
reason.
because he was that dude, bro.
He was that dude for what, a whopping 2
It
years?
don't matter. It don't
does
matter.
matter.
I'd
It
rather be
do
that dude
matter.
for 1 year than never be that dude, bro.
Smoking herbs, bro. Because smoking herbs. Smoking herbs.
I'm just letting you know.
Nah, bro.
At one point in time, he was
What's wrong with
feared in the
smoking
league.
herbs?
Okay, and then okay, all right.
Man, you
all
trying to
right,
sound
all right.
like a con man. At one point in time, I played with Dr. J.
Hey.
One point in time, I knew NBA refs.
Hey,
One point in time, me and Jesus.
Because Derrick Rose has turned into it at one point in time. Derrick Rose has turned into it at one point in time. I mean, those magic years are over and done with.
Again, I'm gonna hold my thoughts on the situation because last time I did it, Rob got mad at me and he almost hit me. So I don't want to get hit anymore.
I won't hit you, right?
Rob, stop lying. We got two more topics for you, ladies and gentlemen. But before then, a quick break.
Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. Sport all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports all plays. All sports all plays. Network. We on top of our game. All sports all plays. All sports all plays.
Get ready. This summer, the Arena League Sports is on ASAP Network. Tune in live on either the Tiki Live or Roku app, as well as your smart home TV.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have two more topics left on slate for y'all. Obviously, this one is going to be for Frankie. Your old buddy Kevin Durant on the verge of getting swept.
He's here. He's here.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Oh, he's here. An hour and a half, but he's here.
So how did you get here? How did you get here? Did the email work?
Jay did it right there. I don't know what he did, but he got me in. Thank you, Jay.
He sent it to all like 5 emails.
Oh, Jay, you said it. Jay, which email did you send it to?
Man, I sent it to 3 different versions of that email.
3 different versions of it?
I sent it to @ freaking no @
Hey, yo, my girl's right here laughing at y'all, man, because hey, I'm not that bright, I guess. I don't know. But I'm in though. I'm in.
So, Frankie,
Yeah.
if your boy, your best player on the planet, your best friend, the guy who you wish the Lakers could get, Kevin Durant gets swept in the first round.
Oh my God.
How bad would that look on him?
I hope it looks terrible, honestly. I hope it looks so much terrible. I just want people to stop comparing him to LeBron James because it clearly shows that he's nowhere near LeBron James. I honestly, I hate Kevin Durant with a passion. I'm glad this is happening to him. Bring out the brooms, pull out the confetti. I hope they shoot black and green confetti in Brooklyn tonight.
Damn, that's tough. Chris, let's say they win this game. Does getting slapped out 4-1 matter? Like, does that kind of look a little better for him?
For Durant?
Yeah. Oh, Durantula. So you used to call him that. Yeah, I remember that the whole 2.5 months he's called Durantula.
No, I don't think it really looks any better whether you get swept or if they somehow win this game tonight. It's the same thing. He's been shut down by Tatum and Brown all series. Well, I shouldn't just say Tatum and Brown. The Celtics have used a bunch of different guys, but Tatum, Brown, and Smart. If you look at what they've done, especially Tatum, look what he's done one-on-one against Durant in this series. If you look at the numbers, he's gave Durant a lot of fits.
Yeah.
They've been able to get in Durant's head, not only by when he has the ball, but when he don't have the ball. They've been physical with him, and I think they've showed that he's a little softer than what people thought he was.
You know, I've seen comments that say Tatum is surpassing Durant. I've seen it. I'm not saying I didn't say it, but I'm saying I've seen comments out there that have said that.
I've seen those, and do I think he surpassed him yet? No, but he's on that path. Not only is he on that
agree
path,
with
but
you.
being able to go bucket for bucket with Kevin Durant and shut him down defensively, like that's basically what's going to start that dialogue. Now, whether you agree with it or not, the point remains the mere fact that not only is he going bucket for bucket with KD, but also helping him like shut him down defensively.
Right.
That alone is gonna make people start looking at it like, wait, hold on. You're keeping up with him defensively, and offensively, he don't want the smoke because he's kind of ducking you. That's automatically gonna make people think that he's better. Now, I personally don't think he's there yet, but I do think he's on the path. I really do.
You know what also makes it different?
The way he's playing, that path isn't too long either.
What also makes it different is these three, Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown, they've been together for years. They have a connection.
Yeah.
Like they know how to play with each other compared to the Kevin Durant having to switch teams these last couple of years and getting different players in the mix, throughout the season and stuff like that. He hasn't been able to communicate really well and show connection, a teamwork connection like the Boston Celtics have. And I'm pretty sure that's why the Boston Celtics are up 3-0, because you got a bunch of Brooklyn players just, this is what I'm going to do. I'm the best player. This is what you're going to do, da-da-da. They're not communicating well like a team like Boston is, where they're like, all right, Jaylen Brown, you're going to hold Kevin Durant this night, where I'm going to hold him this night because we're going to confuse him up. Marcus Smart, you're doing really good on Kyrie Irving. Just lock him down. Like they had that really good connection. And then you got that fifth man, whoever it is in the paint that's just getting those offensive rebounds. I think it's Thais, if I'm saying it right.
Oh, yeah, Daniel Thais.
Thais, he's playing great right now for the Celtics in the paint.
One thing I think this series has proven that I think a lot of people forget is how important chemistry is.
Yes.
Well, again, but who's the fault for the Brooklyn Nets not having chemistry either?
No. But I think, but you also got to remember, the people were saying that you got to blow up Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Yeah,
you couldn't do anything with them.
Oh, they were saying that for a hot minute.
And I was in the minority saying, if you think that, you're an idiot, because these guys they're fine. They're fine. I kept telling people, nobody wanted to believe me.
Well, Greg Williams and Tyus both really helped that team out a lot in the paint. Obviously, right. Greg Williams going down really hurt the Celtics, but Tyus has really stepped his game up and really, obviously with those two guys, and like you said, the addition of Marcus Smart, really playing Marcus Smart defensive basketball. I mean, all those combinations are really just doing. And let's not forget, Udoka, the coach, has really done a good job molding these guys as well. I mean, there's a lot of factors that have gone into this team developing.
Well, that's what I was saying. Chemistry-wise, you can tell a big difference between the Nets team chemistry and the Celtics.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And if Kyrie Irving at the very beginning, when he first joined up with Durant and everything, if he would have been more of a team guy and wanted to gel with that team instead of taking sabbaticals, I mean, the Nets would probably be a lot further along than where they are now.
Well, you got to also remember, this is the same Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant that went out and said, we don't need a head coach.
Exactly. And obviously you can see they do need a head coach.
And honestly, like, I genuinely thought that, they would be able, because like I didn't look at Steve Nash as a detriment. I just looked at him as just there. But in the playoffs, you're starting to see
that he's a detriment.
He is costing this team badly because he's not making a single adjustment at all.
But Prime, this is his first year coaching, and don't you think because his first year coaching, he don't really have experience?
I don't put it on his first year coaching. What I put it on?
Year coaches.
I put it on that not having all his players there all the time to know what.
That's what I'm saying. But him not making adjustments. I mean, you got multifaceted issues with the Nets. The Nets have been dysfunctional on multiple different levels, between Kyrie Irving not showing up, Durant not really taking the leadership role, not having enough experience at your head coaching spot. I mean, you've been dysfunctional on every facet that you could possibly look, and your talent can't do everything.
Let me pose this. Let me pose this question.
Go ahead.
Do we now continue to blame James Harden for wanting to get up out of that shit show?
No, I don't blame James Harden at all.
Yes. No. Yes.
I don't blame James. I don't blame him.
And you want to know why he still needs some blame? Because he still contributed to that toxic environment. Think about it.
You spitting now, Pride.
He still contributed to that toxic environment. When he was there, he did not help check Kyrie. He did not help that.
I think he tried though.
No, I don't
like
know.
If you look at certain interviews,
because he went to KD and said,
he joked about it. He joked about it.
Rob, but that's
but
not.
You know, there's always some truth and some jokes.
Hey, Rob. Let's say
I think that Harden went there to be the number 2.
Rob, now you know what I go through, Rob. I'm with you, Rob. Now you know what I go through with Pride.
Here we go. Here we go.
No, I think Harden went there
as I was saying before,
number 1. Harden did not go there to be the leader. He went there to be a scorer and facilitate, and that was really all falls on Durant and the head coach to deal with Kyrie.
As I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. They got James Harden in here, and they said you were going to be a pivotal piece of this.
Yeah.
Right? Now, who is their leader?
It's probably Kevin Durant.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Kyrie is
Are you sure about that?
Irving.
Yes.
Durant
is their leader.
I
really look at it.
And again, if you're that sure, that is simply why. Again, I don't even know why.
No, you tell me why. No, Durant was supposed to be the leader. Kyrie,
he wasn't.
Kyrie was just
dysfunctional. No, none of them are leaders.
No,
well, that's true. I get that. I get that. I'm on board with that. I'm on board with that.
Leader, when it comes to being a leader, there's certain flack you're going to take more than others. And that's just the role you get as being a leader. KD didn't want that. And Kyrie, for as much as he says he wants that, doesn't know how to handle it. And James Harden, the only time he wants to be looked at as a quote-unquote bad guy, the only time he ever wants to look that way is the 1 in 10 situation where he wants to portray he's being a good guy so that way he can take the bullet for his teammates.
Yeah, that's the problem. They don't have a true leader.
They don't.
So Prime, what's the meaning of a leader?
You said what?
What's the meaning of a leader on a team?
A guy who holds every single person accountable,
including
regardless
themselves.
If you're the star,
including themselves.
Including them. Matter of fact, you want to know the best person who's a leader? You want to know? In the same series, Jason Tatum, right before the All-Star break, in the locker room, they called the meeting, and Marcus Smart went up to him and told him, "Get your shit together." He told him that. Do you know what Jason Tatum said? You're right. Yeah. I got to do better. I got to look at myself, and I got to do better.
Right. Now, Michael, do you agree with that? Do you think that's the meaning of leadership?
Nah. Being a leader means you got to be in the front of the line.
Or at least see it from the right angle.
I'm glad y'all said that because now I'm about to go off.
Oh, yeah.
I'm about to go off.
Let them know, Mike.
I love you,
Rob, you like how I did that, Rob?
Just make sure
I like that. I like it.
All right. Now, if you really want to know the truth, who is the leader? The point guard, because he's the quarterback of the team. So the leader is the quarterback. If the point guard does not have the respect of his players, then he cannot lead.
So I guess Philly won't go nowhere because Joel Embiid is their leader. Oh, I said that out loud? My fault.
Say it again.
No, my fault. I was talking to myself. My fault.
I heard that. And guess what? He is the man, no doubt. But who runs the plays? Who dictates who gets the ball? Who runs the offense? Here we go again. Hey, I was a point guard. More responsibility is placed on the point guard than Embiid. Embiid just gets the ball, shoots, does what he wants. Does he bring the ball up? How much control does he have of the offense unless someone gets him the ball? You need a point guard that is a leader. Chris Paul is a leader. My favorite player of all time, Isaiah Thomas, was a leader. Magic Johnson was a leader. Do I have to go on and on and on?
And not necessarily because Michael Jordan was the leader of the Bulls and they won 6 championships. So what the fuck are we really talking about?
Was he a point guard?
No, he wasn't. He was a shooting guard.
Kobe was the man. That's why I love Kobe.
I'm pretty sure Kobe wasn't the leader. And I'll tell you right now, anybody who thinks that Hakeem Olajuwon wasn't the leader.
Do y'all remember when I think they won some game and Kobe looked at them like, why y'all acting like we just won a championship? Like he was so pissed at them. Like that. a leader to me, to piggyback kind of off of both of you guys, is not necessarily the best person on the team. It's not necessarily the point guard. A leader to me holds everybody on that team accountable, including themselves. That's what a leader does. A leader is able to get control of the situation when things are getting out of control. A leader is pretty much the coach on the court.
Yes,
he's willing to take the blame for everybody else. Take the blame for everybody else.
By the way, if you want to look at it from a different perspective, if you look at the Baltimore Ravens, you think Joe Flacco was the leader of that team, or do you think Ray Lewis was?
No, it was Ray Lewis without a shot.
Okay, so we can throw that whole quarterback. We can take the whole quarterback thing and put it in the freaking trash can.
Flacco was offense. Ray Lewis was defense.
No, but who was the leader of the team, guys?
Ray Lewis was everything to that team.
Oh, absolutely.
Come on now, Mike. Mike, stay with me on planet Earth here. I've been trying to help.
I'm agreeing with you.
It's funny, Rob. He said you're right. Meanwhile, you literally just reiterated exactly what I said.
Because that's exactly what a leader is. I agree with you.
I said it. There was a problem, and then Rob says it. I'm a polarizing motherfucker. I'm a polarizing motherfucker. Okay. I'm polarizing this shit. Hey, yo, I'm gonna change my name from Pride to Polarizing. That's my new name now, boy.
Polarizing Pride.
Polarizing Montez Meat Bumping Ford is my new name.
Polarizing Pride. I like that.
Yes, sir. Polarizing
Pride.
Put
that on a t-shirt.
Look, the Brooklyn. Listen. Then let me go back to the original thing, because I said James Harden contributed to this toxic environment. And the reason I believe that I say that, and I feel comfortable saying that, was because when he was there, he didn't go to KD and say, KD, stop being a bitch. He didn't go to Kyrie and say, Kyrie, stop. Like, nobody took that leadership role. James Harden would go to KD and say, hey, bro, go talk to Kyrie. Go talk to Kyrie. And KD would go, okay. And they go, hey, what's up, Kai? So, how you feeling? No one was holding anyone accountable.
And that even everybody else. Even the coach wasn't holding them accountable.
Exactly. Not even Steve Nash. Then you got everybody else. Steve Nash is trying to draw up plays. You got Nick Claxton, who can't even spell basketball yet. He hasn't even been in the game that long. He's literally turning his back.
Wrong again. You're wrong on that one too, by the way. But go ahead.
He's still getting burnt. Nick Claxton.
How am I wrong? Explain how I'm wrong.
Again, Pride. Here we go again. Claxton is a very good ball player.
Again, Again,
but he's a
baby. Listening is very hard. He's
a baby.
Isn't that what I just said? Thank you. So again, try again. Swing and a miss. If this is baseball, you got 2 strikes. So you might want to tread carefully, because if you miss again, you got to go back to the dugout.
Can somebody step out of the batter box and take a minute? Just step outside the batter box just for a minute.
I'm not saying he's a bum.
What he's saying is Claxton hasn't done enough to go to KD or Kyrie to be like.
No, my thing is this kid is still young. This kid is still on his rookie contract, and he's turning his back on the coach.
Well, I didn't see that. Maybe you're right. I didn't see that.
The team turned their back on the coach.
Thank you. Everyone did.
When they agreed that they didn't need one.
He's drawing up plays, and you got Blake Griffin just ignoring him. I did Drummond like, what the fuck is this man talking about? KD and Kyrie just going. They're talking to like no player there. I don't know how the organization feels about him. They must have felt nice about him because they hired him. But
I think the organization missed out on a tremendous chance to hire a Mark Jackson.
I agree.
I think the Brooklyn
Mark Jackson should have had a job a long fucking time ago.
I agree with you.
Mark Jackson, David Fizdale. I believe those 2 dudes could have came here and could have made this team better.
Yes.
Because now you got someone who would hold them accountable.
Coaches that's going to hold you accountable.
Yes.
Right, that's the problem with Brooklyn. Not only do you not have a great leader, your leader who you hired to be a leader is not a great leader. Steve Nash offense is put the ball in KD and Kyrie hand. Let's hope for the best.
Right. You can have all the superstars you want. If you don't have a leader on the team, it doesn't matter.
No continuity. Like I tell people all the time, that's why I give props to coaches like Coach K, Coach Chuck Daly. Because people say, "Oh, coaching Team USA is easy." No, it's not.
You got to manage them.
Not when you got a bunch of egos on the team. That when I go to my team, I'm the man. You know, he made Carmelo come off the bench.
Think about that.
the more superstars you have, the more egos you have.
The hardest it's gonna be because guess what? You can only start 5 guys.
Let me tell you something, fellas, real quick. First of all, I don't have no strike 2. I don't have strike 1. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying.
Your stuff, Mike.
No. Hey, we gonna do this.
You were wrong twice, but go ahead.
All right, we'll go. Hey, check it out. I'm gonna make the game real simple. Defensively, you want to restrict space. Offensively, you want to expand space. If you can do that, you got a chance.
That's real.
It is real.
That's real.
Oh, they're quiet now.
But they don't.
I'm waiting for your point because you're saying something that you learned in elementary school.
Elementary school? Apparently, a lot of teams don't know about that.
This is stuff you learn in elementary, and you can't say that because that's why they try
It's true. When I was in gym, my elementary school teacher taught us out on the blackboard. As a matter of fact, it was even on the test, and it was A, B, C, or D, and I said D, all of the above. So yeah, I got it right.
If it was that easy, then why don't teams do that?
Because it's called defense. The fuck? Like, what are we doing here?
I said defense and offense.
Okay, but you're saying, is it hard? It depends, because if you're an offensive player and the defense is just better defense, you're saying, oh yeah, you got to restrict defense. You're acting like it's just man, it's just like man play, like you're just running. No, it depends. There are some guys out there, for instance, if you go look at the Atlanta Hawks, it's Trae Young or bust. You look at the Denver Nuggets, it's Jokic or bust. So you're not more willing to throw double teams out there to leave a guy who won't make a shot out there. So guess what? You now have all the space in the world, but then it's time to do something called execution. And not everyone in the league can execute at a high level. What are we talking about here?
We were talking about.
How do you disagree?
Hey, Rob, if I push somebody down, is it a foul?
Like, what the?
It's a foul.
Bro,
let's go there. Let's go there.
It's a foul. It's a foul. It's a foul.
Let's go there.
You putting your hands on somebody should not dictate who you put your hands on. If you put somebody, it's a foul.
Hey, listen, if I put somebody down in the civilian world, is that called assault?
Let's go there. Let's go there, fellas.
I'm not referring to a play. I'm not referring to a play. I'm just saying, if I go and push a guy, is that a foul?
That's a foul.
Yes, if I go and push a guy, you'll say, "Oh, well, it depends on the angle and the situation." No, it doesn't matter. If I go and push a guy,
yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
I go and push
have you ever refereed a game? Have you ever refereed a game?
No, I have.
Hold on, Jay.
1994, and it was the girls versus the boys, and the girl pushed the boy down. And you know what I did, Mike? I called a freaking foul.
Hold on, Jay.
I'm saying who, what, why, when, and where. That's what referees dictate. Who, what, why, when, and where. You understand? No, it's not that cut and dry.
That's uneducated.
The layman will say that's a foul.
That's uneducated. That's uneducated.
Hear me out. Can I talk?
No, because you're wrong. I'm not gonna let you go on a 45-minute soliloquy.
Because I know what I'm talking about, bro.
No, you don't, because you're ducking the question. If
the question is that you can't answer the question.
That is not a basketball play. If I push somebody, that is not a basketball play. I don't know where you ref, but you must be refereing some slam ball type of basketball where they allow pushing.
Come down my way and see what I ref.
As a matter of fact, hold on. As a matter of fact, if you do it deliberately, if you push somebody deliberately, that's actually a flagrant foul.
Exactly. I'm just saying, fellas, you can't just arbitrarily say a push is a foul.
No, a push is a foul. A push is a foul. It's absolutely a foul. It is. No, it's a foul. It's absolutely unequivocally a foul.
It's a foul. Thank you. It's a foul.
Can you listen to me, y'all?
No, because you're wrong. You're making
If you just ask, is a push a foul?
Yes.
You can't. If y'all you can't answer that because you don't know the variables. You don't know what happened prior. You don't know what happened during the game. You know what angle you got. You just can't arbitrarily say.
Jay, he's right, Jay. Because if I push a guy in the third quarter, it depends on if I made a field goal in the first. Did you know that?
Fellas, can you just listen to me?
As
a referee, you can't just make that determination without knowing all the variables.
You don't need to know the variables. And
you don't know what happened before the foul, before the push. You don't know
anything. Okay, so by your logic, if
my logic is right, bro.
If I'm here, no, it's by far the worst logic ever. 1,000%. And I don't know where you ref, but you must let those really play. You must let play.
I will tell you I'm right. I'll get ask your own referees where you live. They'll tell you I'm right.
No, they won't, because
you cannot make a
push
statement like that
push is not a basketball play.
the variables.
Period. There's no variables. If you get pushed, that's a foul. That is a foul. That is a foul.
You can't do
that. Hey, let's get control. Let's get control.
No,
Rob.
Let me ask a question real quick. What can happen before a push that makes a push not a foul?
Okay. What I'm saying is, one more time, I'm gonna speak softly. Just listen, Pride. Let's listen.
Answer his question. Chris asked you a question. Answer his question.
Real quick.
Let me answer it.
Real quick. A personal foul is any. Hold on now. A personal foul is any illegal physical contact by a player. For example, pushing, grabbing, hitting, and tripping are personal fouls. Personal fouls can be committed by both players on offense or defense. Although there are more defensive fouls in the game than offensive fouls. It's right fucking there, black and white. So shut the hell up.
No, listen. I want you to answer Chris's question. He asked, what can happen before a push that would make that push not a foul? I need you to answer that question.
Okay, I'm going to answer that very clearly if y'all listen to me. I'm not saying that what transpired before will dictate what the foul was. What I'm saying is what precipitated that push or that foul. Who, what, when, where, and how? How can you guys
literally contradict himself?
What, when, and how?
Chris, did you hear that? He literally contradicted himself. I'm not saying it matters, but it matters.
You're taking my words out of context. What I'm saying, like, for example, you showed me the tape last night. That was the obvious foul.
I didn't show you tape.
Somebody
that wasn't me. I wasn't referring to that play. I was referring to the play. I'm asking a simple question.
But you go ask any official.
I'm just asking because you're saying it depends on what happened before.
No, what I'm saying is
you just said that.
You just said
that.
And like I said, I've never refereed basketball. I umpire
exactly.
baseball.
None of y'all have.
No, wait a minute. I umpire baseball.
Don't hit me with that garbage. Oh yeah, I've been refereeing for 40 years. Just because you ref for over 40 years does not mean you're good. How many owners of businesses out there that are failing and have been in that business for decades? I don't want to hear nothing like that, bro.
See,
I don't want to hear nothing like that.
There is where you're wrong, bro.
No,
there is where you're wrong. There is where you're wrong.
Because we never quote ref before. If I look outside and it's sunny, do I need a meteorologist to tell you that it's sunny? Do I need to go to school to tell you that it's sunny if I can just open my eyes and look outside? No, I don't need that. If I see somebody robbing a store, do I need a law degree to know he's breaking the law?
If you're that good, sense. Come on down the ref.
Do better.
Do better.
Do
Come
better.
on down the ref, see what you can do. Go ref in the hood.
Better.
See what you can do, bro. See what you can do.
About your logic, if we're not refs and we can't comment on a ref, then there shouldn't be.
I'm not saying you can't.
Wait a minute, there shouldn't be sports talk.
I'm not saying you can't comment, but know something. How you gonna talk about something when you haven't really been?
Are we talking about hood rules? Michael, are we talking about hood rules or NBA rules? Because I understand about the hood. In the hood, there really are no rules. So are we talking about the hood or the NBA? Because I thought we were talking about the NBA. I'm confused.
If you see what you all do is you won't let me talk. Okay.
I'm asking you a question. Are we talking about the hood rule or are we talking about the NBA rules? Because they're not even close and even in the same ballpark as each other.
What I'm saying, fellas, is when you referee, you can't it's not clear cut or a push is a foul. What I'm saying is there are variables.
It's pretty clear cut.
Hold on. Jay, I have a question. So you're saying not every push is a foul. That's what you're telling me.
What I'm saying is
you literally just said that.
Can I talk? Can you let me talk?
You just said that not all fouls are not all pushes are fouls. You just said that.
I didn't say that. You said that. All I said was you have to know the variables.
I'm convinced you don't ref. I'm convinced you just said that to try to pull a power play. I'm convinced
because you don't understand what I'm saying.
I'm convinced
you
don't ref.
I'll call my boy who's the NBA ref. Call your boy, anybody. They'll tell you what I'm saying, bro. You
can't get him on the phone. We'll wait.
Okay,
get him on the phone. We'll wait.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm saying you cannot arbitrarily.
That way, a child can understand it.
You go ask a referee.
Is every push a foul? Yes or no?
You won't talk to me. If you ask
no, because I'm not gonna let you go on a 45-minute tangent so that way you can tell me about a game you ref 3,000 years ago. No, I'm not. I'm asking you a simple question.
Give me a minute.
A simple question.
Give me a minute.
I need you to ask me a simple question.
Give me a minute.
Is every push a foul? Simple yes or a simple no?
No.
Okay. Now, if you're saying that, so you're telling me that there are some pushes you can do that are not fouls. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Okay, now explain to me in what basketball context a push is not a foul.
Okay. See, you obviously never played the game. The basketball game is
I'm confused because I went to the NBA rules, and the NBA clearly says a personal foul is a player shall not hold, push, charge into, impede the progress of an opponent by extending a hand, arm, leg, or knee, or by bending the body into a position that is not normal. Contact that results in the rerouting of an opponent is a foul, which must be called immediately. Rerouting, pushing. Come on, man. This is NBA rules. What the hell are you talking about?
If you let me talk, I can explain.
No, you have talked, and it's absolutely bullshit.
And you won't listen because Because you don't know.
I just read the NBA rules, you freaking weirdo.
To you, but you won't let me talk.
Because you're wrong.
I am 1,000% right. Ask
no, you're not.
Referee to tell him right. Now, you
read. He just read the NBA official rule.
You won't let me talk.
He just read the NBA rule. That's it. He just read the official NBA rule.
You guys will not let me talk.
Because you're wrong.
Now,
what you're saying is not correct.
I can't talk.
Because you're wrong.
Because you're wrong. You're just flat out wrong.
But you're wrong.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sometimes you gotta take an L, Mike. Sometimes you gotta take the L.
You keep talking.
Because you're wrong. He just read the NBA rule.
I really talk.
So who are you to supersede that? Who are you to supersede that? You never played in the NBA. How can you tell the NBA how to run it? You see how uneducated that sounds now?
Let's let him talk. This is hyping me up so bad that my nipples are getting hard. Let him talk. Go ahead, Mike. Say what you got to say.
You don't want me to talk anyway, so I can't say nothing. So
go ahead.
Let's go to the next topic.
Mike, you got the
I'm telling you, as a referee, here we go again. As I'll walk away because you don't know the truth. The fact is, hey, you read the rules. You are absolutely correct. You got 10 players out there on the court. They're all physical. They're all bumping. They're all pushing. They're all doing that. What I'm telling you is there are variables. Who, what, when, how, and why. That's all I'm saying.
So it depends who gets pushed.
No, I'm saying what happened.
You said who, what, when, and why. So does it matter if it's Kevin Durant that gets pushed or if it's a rookie that gets pushed? Does that make a difference?
If the referee's doing his job, it don't matter who it is. If a referee's doing his job, it don't matter.
So that's not a variable then. So if it doesn't matter, that's not a variable.
It is a variable. And then he played. See, you don't know what I'm talking about. God damn. Do something. I'm so fucking mad because
you can get mad. You can get mad all you want. And you know what?
You don't know.
And it's funny because you're saying, I don't know.
You
don't even know what you yourself are saying.
I'm saying exactly
in the course,
but you can't understand what I'm saying because you never
contradicted
the goddamn game.
It doesn't matter if I never watched the game. I know the rules. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I never watched the game. For you to sit there and say because you ref your brain can't game one time because the real ref was sick, and that means that you know more, is completely and ridiculously absurd. Jay read the rule. Jay read the rule. A push is a foul.
I just told you the rules are a guideline. You got 10 players.
You never said that. You never said that. But
everybody's shoving.
Everybody's doing that. You just said the variables are
as a referee.
Where, when, and why. You just said those are the variables.
The problem, hey, look, Mike, I get what you're saying. The problem that you're having is you're so used to refereeing hood-rated type games where pushing is allowed because it is what it is. There's a lot more give and take. In the NBA, a professional sport, it's not like that. I'm sorry. It's just not. And if you push somebody, it is a clear foul. It's a clear foul, Mike. It's two different games. Your ref and their ref is not even in the same ballpark. And that's what you're not grasping. You're not grasping the concept of hood basketball.
I don't care about the hood game. I'm not caring about the hood game.
That's what you keep talking about is the hood. You're a hood ref. You're not an NBA ref. You're a hood ref. Get it correct. You're a hood to say because NBA
Ain't nothing wrong with the hood.
I grew up in the hood. I get that. I'll come over there and I'll take that Bulls cap and I'll put a Washington Wizards cap on. Okay, that's the real hood. I've been through the pretty green. Don't tell me about my
resume, bro. Look at my Facebook. You see where I left. And see where y'all at. Look at my Facebook. I know what I'm talking about.
We talking about real hood. I'm from Brooklyn. That's the real fucking hood right there. We punch people in the face when
Why does it matter if we've refed or not?
Hey, Frankie don't know nothing about the hood being out there in mechanics.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on, because Chris made an excellent question. Why does it matter if we didn't ref?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. Since you guys think you know it all, I'm gonna ask you one question. If you all can't answer this,
you're scared to answer the question.
Because
I'm gonna answer the question one more time. I'm asking the question one more time. Why is it that because we didn't ref, we're not allowed to comment on it?
I didn't say you couldn't come. You can come on anything you want.
This dude literally just
we will.
You're saying we don't know what we're talking about because we've never refed. So why, if we've never refed, we can't have an opinion on something?
Okay, that's like saying if you never driven the cow,
you never umpired baseball. You can't make a comment about baseball. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm not saying you can't make a comment. I'm not saying that.
No, I said that wrong. So since I've umpired and you've never umpired, that means you know nothing about baseball. Since I know nothing about basketball, since I've never reffed.
What I'm saying is, okay, I'm trying to break it down very simple. Okay. You know, I claim to be a historian, right? I'm not. You know why? Because I didn't live it. Okay, but I can claim to be a historian. Well, my point being, I'm going to say this. If you can comment on any sport, you have a right. But if you never actually experienced it, you can make a comment, but I would go with someone who has actually experienced whatever sport it is. And what I'm trying to tell you guys,
cricket. You've experienced cricket. You gone to India? You know about cricket?
Let him finish.
That argument, you don't listen to the Stephen A. Smiths of the world or the Skip Baylesses of the world because they've never played professionally.
Thank you, Rob. Can you tell these two guys
what I'm saying is,
he's not on your side. But that's the part that's the delusional part in your mind. He's not on your side
because then we wouldn't have shows like this that exist.
Thank you.
That's what I was going to say earlier.
I'm not saying you can't comment. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is take the people who have actually been in it.
That's what I'm saying. You're saying since we haven't been in it, we don't know what we're talking about.
I'm gonna put it to you.
I didn't say.
That's what you just said.
I said,
and I gotta be honest with you, Michael Canseco.
I understand my frustration.
I don't know what we're talking about.
He changes the goalpost 15 times.
No, because you don't understand.
He changed it 15 times.
I'm trying to make it clear, but you don't let me talk.
Now, Michael, I do agree with you in this sentiment that's the reason that they do put professionals on these shows so you can hear it from a professional's point of view.
Thank you.
That's been in it. I understand that, but also at the same time, every professional ain't an expert.
Thank you.
Correct. I'm not. Good point. Great point.
Hey, do you believe everything that Perkins says when Perkins makes comments?
And Rob.
I'm
ready to hear the funny part about it.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you can't comment.
He's screaming. He's moaning. Bro, you know what you're talking about. And you saw how quick he was to agree with you? Rob, I've been saying that for like 12 hours now.
Rob just said the same thing we've been saying, though.
That literally is the point we've been making.
The point is, I never said you can't comment on it. I never said you can't.
No, okay. Forget I said comment. I made that wrong. You're saying you basically said if you haven't done it, you don't know what you're talking about. That don't make no sense.
It does. What I'm saying.
How does that make sense? There wouldn't be no Skip Bayless. There wouldn't be no Stephen A. Smith. Hell, there wouldn't be no ASAP Sports Network.
You guys got the wrong. What I'm saying. One more time. I'm not saying you can't comment because we do have this platform. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you got people who have been in the mix, whether it be like Jay in the hood, high school, college, NBA. Who do you think knows more?
I promise you it's not
Sit back
you.
and watch on the couch.
I promise you it's not
That's
you.
the problem. Not everybody
promise you
that's
it's
done
not you.
sports knows more than other people.
Thank you.
I've coached high school sports. I've coached little league sports. I umpire baseball. I do a lot of stuff, but I don't mean I know
you should
more
know what I'm
than
saying
anybody
then.
else about it.
Yeah, you should agree with me.
Wait, hold on, Tubbo. So you just said, ask anybody you know who has either ref or ump before. They would agree with you. We got a guy who has ump before. He doesn't agree with you, and now
because he was a coach, he's coach. He's not at the level I've been, but he's a coach.
So now it's levels. Now it's
levels.
The game is different levels, bro. High school.
Hold on. I need clarification. Michael, I understand you said you've been at a high level. Exactly, because I didn't get the resume. I think it must have got put in my spam folder. But on the resume, what level did you actually get to? I mean, what are we talking about here?
College.
We're talking about referee.
As a player or as a referee?
Both.
I tell you what, give me both. And name the teams, please. And the colleges.
Yeah, he did. He's so immature.
He's so immature. No, let me answer. I'd like to know what college.
Yeah, both of
and
them.
stuff.
Like, let us know the highest you were as a player and the highest you refed at.
I played Division III in college.
Okay.
I had, as you can look it up, I was third in the nation.
No, what school? It makes it easier for me. Or has dementia got you? Or you don't remember?
Framingham State. Look it up. Look who I played with.
Okay. Now, hold on. Now, ref.
See, you want to let me
what's the
talk?
highest you
That
ref?
dude will not let me talk.
Because I don't want to hear
I'm Googling, so I want to make sure I'm Googling.
What's the highest level you ref? A granny shot from 18,000 years ago. Stick to the point.
He
What's the
asked me
highest
a
you ref at?
question.
What's
He
the highest
asked
you
me
ref
a
at?
question.
What's the highest you ref at?
I've done junior college and Division I.
Who'd you coach? What school did you coach at Division I? What Division I school did you ref at?
A lot of them.
No. I need specifics.
He doesn't belong. No, when you ref, you don't belong to a certain school.
No, I just want to know what games. What Division I games is what I'm talking about. What Division I games?
Hey, if you've been refereeing for 40 years, there's a lot of games, my brother.
Michael, I can tell you all the things I've done in my life, and I'm 49 freaking years old. So why don't you tell me a little bit about what you got?
If you let me talk,
let me ask Chris. Go ahead, Chris.
In Division I, because there's different levels of Division I college basketball. So were you? Wait a minute. Were you at the higher level of Division I, or were you at like some of the smaller?
He don't know. He don't even know what teams he
is. Hey, Rob. They won't let me talk. So this why we can't. They won't let me talk. So, but to answer your question, Chris, I repped at the lower Division I because you know, there's different levels. Did I do the Big East? No.
Did you do something like the Mid-American Conference, like the MAC? Would that be like what you were doing Division I?
I'll give you what I did. BU, Northeastern, that level around MAC. MAC, which is Lower Island, Maryland. Yes, I did that. I didn't go Big East.
Ball State University is in my hometown.
I didn't do that level because there's levels. You know, you have to.
But you were an NCAA ref, though, correct?
1,000%.
Okay.
Because I can't find shit on you.
Well, I mean, you usually don't really find much about the refs.
Referees are harder to find stuff on.
Especially when you're looking through college.
There's so many different college referees.
Exactly, because like the pool is so massive.
Thank you.
Honestly, you're probably never gonna find them because like more times than not, the pool is just so massive. You're not gonna be able to find us. It's like finding a needle in a needle sack.
So I mean,
you're probably not gonna be able to
find that one. Thank you on that one.
You're not gonna be able to.
I've umpired junior college baseball games, and you ain't gonna be able to look on online.
Like,
and just
you're
find
not gonna be able to like in the NBA. It's easier because when they do the refs, they introduce when they do the calls, they introduce them and whatnot. Like a lot of college, they don't really do that.
See, I started umpiring when I was 15 years old doing Little League, and I've worked my way all the way up.
All right, but hold up. Since Jay, you want to look up stuff, look up Michael Stevens. STEPA.
No, I don't give a fuck about Michael Stevens. I don't give a fuck about Michael
Who you think taught me?
I just want to know about Michael Canseco.
Look him up.
You can't tell me one team.
But it doesn't matter though.
It matters because I've been learning from the best.
It doesn't matter if you're learning from the best, because Matt Nagy learned from Andy Reid, and look where the fuck he at now. So don't sit there and tell me that just because fucking you got Master Yoda cheating you go all of a sudden be like, goddamn Luke Skywalker, G.
Guys,
don't feed me that foolishness. Don't feed me that foolishness.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been ASAP in the morning.
Look up Michael Stevens. He's done the last 3 out of 5 not Final Four, the championship games. He's from Providence, Rhode Island, right here. Look it up, Michael. Look it up, Jay. See if I'm bullshit.
I just gotta be honest with you, Michael. When it comes to your resume, it's just not really relatable.
Here's my thing. I'm not even gonna go out of my way and look for his resume. I'm gonna take him at his word.
And first of all, referees really don't put their stuff on Facebook.
Like I'm gonna take him.
Look at the referees, see if they're on Facebook. All right, I'm trying to tell y'all something.
Well, listen, I'm gonna take him at his word, right? I'm gonna take him at his word because, like I said, when you go in and try to find a ref that's not at the NBA, if
even
you're
NBA
like,
refs, you only know a few of them,
right? Because
damn right, I'll blame on the air.
Head ones.
I'll get them on the goddamn show.
Who go there and they're the names that.
Matter of fact, I got my phone right here. I'll call my boy who's NBA ref.
Get on here and tell me.
I
argue with him.
Frankly,
you guys want to argue with him?
I argue with him right now. That doesn't make you
more credible. Because I ain't ever been around
right now. Don't mess with me.
I don't care. Call him. I don't give a shit. It's not going to prove anything.
Anyway. You're not going to prove anything.
Because Pride and Michael goes back for
congratulations. You have absolutely no leverage, and you have no leg to stand.
I'm not going to lie. I think I kind of instigated that one a little bit, though.
Congratulations.
You are so wrong, bro.
How?
That's why you're not a referee, because you don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't want to. I was offered a job to be a ref, and I chose not to. I didn't want to.
I wonder why. I wonder why.
I chose not to. Because I personally don't.
Now, Mikey, you can't challenge Pride, otherwise we're challenging you. So come on now, you can't do that. The man says he turned down a ref job.
Exactly. See, it's okay for him to challenge me.
Referee is not for everybody.
You say you're a D1. You say you're a D1.
So what I'm saying, just because you're not a ref or umpire or a coach or a player doesn't mean that you don't know what you're talking about. Is what I'm trying to say.
I didn't exactly.
You guys don't say that. Just because I didn't ref, I can't. Like my.
You have a right to your opinion.
Don't sit here and say
what you're saying is your opinion is better because you're a ref and we're not. And that don't mean
what I'm saying is referees who are most.
Now you put him in a corner.
Most officials in any sport, not all.
Frankie, you see what you started.
Hey, if y'all can let me talk for 1 minute, I'm not saying all referees, not all.
So now you're changing the name.
Referees, first of all, they go through a arduous training process. What I'm saying is that not all, because private home, not all. There are bad referees.
They got to do the 40-yard dash.
Hey, Chris, I saw the move. That's the LeBron move when they was making fun of James Harden.
Look, this is all I'm saying. That I don't care if you've been roughing
I'm waving
for like 100,000 years. At the end of the day, there are easy calls in the league. Point blank, period. If a guy pushes me, that's a foul. I don't care who pushed me. I don't care what they pushed me into. We said it was who, what, where.
That's the problem, though. It's too many politics in sports. It shouldn't matter who got pushed or who.
Like that who, what, where, when, why stuff.
It's a foul. And it should be a damn technical. Almost.
Honestly, that who, what, when, and where is why the referee's been so bad in the NBA playoffs.
Hear me out, Val. I'm gonna try to make it very simple. Very simple.
It's funny.
I'm not arguing.
You try to make it the more wrong you become. It's wild to me.
He will not let me talk. I'm not arguing that a push is not a foul. I'm not arguing that. What I'm saying is, he asked me, "Is a push a foul?" And I'm telling you, I don't know because I didn't see it. There are variables that happen. You don't. I can't answer that.
Well, first of all, you did see it because he showed you the clip like twice.
Yes, and I agree because I saw it. I'm talking about when I don't see it. How can I make that determination if I didn't see it? That's my point. He just said, "Is a push a foul?"
Because it's something.
You ask any ref.
You don't need Michael, you took something so simple and you made it so complicated.
Thank you.
It's simple.
It was the most simplest question ever.
Yes.
So just say yes and shut up.
No, because I can't. As a referee, you can't just give a flat out answer like that. Because you don't know the variable.
Did you see Tyson? Did you see Tyson Fury knock out my man too?
Hold on, can I put a lesson learned in for ASAP? If there's any
I'm gonna be
questions
talking
about
about that in
refereeing,
about a half hour on the afternoon show.
Michael Canseco is not allowed to answer.
Let me pose this question because I know Pride and Chris watch combat sports.
Oh yeah, that's my
boy. Is Tyson Fury going down as one of the greatest heavyweights ever?
Easily,
he is the greatest.
Yes,
easily.
Yes.
Yeah, and I've seen people.
Hey, we agree on something.
I've seen people say this solidifies it. I'm gonna be honest with you. If it took this to solidify it, you're an idiot. All due respect.
You haven't watched enough combat sports if you think it took
exactly.
This to
if you think this is,
I'll be honest. Hey, I would just love if he's gonna retire. I would love to see him retire with every single belt there is.
He's gonna fight one more fight, I think, and try to be undisputed.
Anthony Joshua.
Joshua.
He gonna watch Joshua.
I will say this. One thing I love about Tyson Fury is with his size and weight.
Don't let me.
The way that he moves gracefully. The way that he moves so gracefully, the way that this dude is like light on his feet, and he has tremendous hand speed.
His speed is unreal.
It's crazy.
It's the hand speed that really.
Because if you notice the uppercut, he barely grazed him, but he caught him at such a perfect angle.
And
right.
You know what else I like about Fury is he's so humble too.
Yeah. The Gypsy King, baby. You know and the thing about it is his family goes back to bare knuckle brawling.
Hold on though. He did get an uppercut, but is it not a foul that he pushed him after he did the uppercut?
I'm not going there. Hey, one thing I'll say about Fury,
Frankie's stirring the pot.
Hey, no, I'm not going to go there. But Fury, he has tremendous talent. He got that long reach. He got the jab. He can take a hit. I mean, yeah.
He can definitely take a hit because I still call back to that. He popped up like the Undertaker, didn't he? In round 10. Yeah. In the Wilder fight,
that gave him the win.
And then he pops back up, finishes the fight, and then
absolutely, guys.
And then dominated Wilder twice after that.
Yes,
crazy.
Because I can agree with you guys. I'm not always NBA.
Can I just say I would love to see a Pride versus Michael fight. I would just love.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. I can't fight.
Oh no, Pride. I want to see it.
Pride, you got to know how to fight with how bad your mouth is.
No.
Hey, be on the court. Hey, the fight will occur.
I get beat up. I get beat up. True story.
Hey, fellas, just give you a hint. My dad's name is Billy Conn. Billy Conn. If y'all know about anything about boxing, Billy Conn beat Joe Louis. I'm named after my dad. My dad taught me how to box. I'll leave it at that. Look that up, Billy Conn. Look him up.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm best friends with Robert Duran's son, Robert Duran Jr., and he taught me how to box. Look him up.
So then you know.
Let's go.
Good.
Let's do it. Let's do it. 12 rounds in the ring, baby. Let me stop. I'm joking. I do know him, though.
Rob, you saw how I made it a jokey thing, right?
Yeah.
And then he wants to go, oh, yeah, I know how to box. Bro, understand something. With my mouth, I fought 3 dudes at the same time.
I believe it.
And guess what I did right after that? I slept with a girl and went to a party.
That really didn't sound right.
That's how disrespectful. Listen. Back in the day, I used to act like Pride, bro. Back in the old days, Montez me bumping Ford was born back in the days, bro. Back in the olden days. Back when you would look up.
At the end of the day, y'all, I'm 61 years old. Who the hell am I going to fight now? I'm 61 years old.
Go fight Jake Paul. Go fight Jake Paul. He's fighting anybody nowadays. Go fight Jake Paul.
Well, if I can make him, I don't know. I might be Mike Tyson, fight people on the plane. I don't know.
I'll tell you this right now. I'll fight Mike Tyson. Not Mike Tyson. Or both. I'll fight Mike Tyson and Tyson Fury.
I ain't fighting no Mike Tyson. You crazy.
Oh, I would. I would.
I'm not fighting Mike Tyson now.
Listen, I would fight him now because he's nicer. One jab to the body, down for the count. I broke my rib.
No. This is what I say about Tyson, and a lot of my boxing friends agree. If Tyson had this kind of peace that he has now in his prime, I think he would have been a deadlier fighter. He has peace. Like he's at peace. Like that's even more. Like I was watching him. He was on the I Am Athlete podcast with Brandon Marshall, and they was shadow boxing. I was looking like this dude is still fast at like 55. Like it's it is scary, bro. I wouldn't fight. Like if I had to get in the ring with Mike Tyson, they gonna ring the bell. I'm just gonna lay on the ground. Bro. I'm not gonna.
Yo, who was it, Chris? I think you remember, Chris. It was a fight. It wasn't a main event. It was like a mid card fight or whatever. Actually, no, it might have been one of the first fights on the card. They rang the bell, and the dude literally just immediately got out and walked away. He was like,
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
he was protesting something. Yeah, he was protesting something. I can't remember what he was protesting. But as soon as the bell rang, homeboy was like,
I ain't messing with Mike Tyson.
I'm not messing with no Mike Tyson, man.
I'll leave him alone. I'll leave him alone.
I still think Mike Tyson, not a Tyson Fury, but some of these lower ranked heavyweights, I still think Tyson can get in the ring and hold his own.
Yeah,
I still do.
I won't doubt. Hey, George Foreman won heavyweight championship at the age of 50.
Because if you guys paid attention to that Roy Jones fight, I know it was an exhibition fight, but I think he literally had an agreement with Roy Jones. Was like, I'm not gonna hit you in the face, bro.
Yep.
Like I'm not gonna end you like that at 50-something years old. Because if you notice, it was times where Mike Tyson, like he was catching him to the body, and you can tell he was holding back from hitting him in the face. Like he could have cleaned Roy Jones' clock.
Yeah, but listen, I don't care what anyone said. Tyson still looks solid.
He does, and he's
still looks solid. I don't care what anybody said. Like people were like, "Oh, why did he knock him out?" And I'm like, "Look, man, this Roy Jones, man,
he didn't want to. I don't think he wanted to hurt Roy.
Can I be honest? I feel like
they want to get paid. They want to get paid. That's
I think Tyson. If Tyson hit him with like just 10% of what he had, I don't think we're looking at an exhibition anymore. I think we're looking at
a murder.
Yeah, I think we're looking at an attempted murder. Like Roy Jones, and I love Roy Jones.
Mike Tyson killing somebody.
Hey, Roy Jones was a great boxer, but he didn't even look 20% of his old self in that fight.
And he was more active than Tyson was.
Yeah.
Like he had a few fights prior to, so that's what blew my mind. Like Tyson,
but it's Mike Tyson though. And then you also got to remember after the fight, they talking to him. Roy Jones was like, I can't feel nothing on my inside. And Tyson didn't even really hit him that hard. He said, who's peeing?
Frankie, mute yourself, yo. He's urinating.
My bad. I'm doing dishes because you guys are going back and forth, so I had time to do dishes on you guys.
So can I ask you a question? So you just use the dishes, like you use the water just one time? just one steady stream, and then all of a sudden a little drips. Is that what's going on?
I'm glad prize on somebody else instead of me. I'm glad prize on somebody else instead of me.
Asking. Frankie, I'm asking.
The world wants to know.
I'm saying it, bro. We gotta let them know.
Bro,
we gotta let the world know.
Listen, I ain't scared, bro. I'll be honest with y'all. I'm a drip boy. I'm America's Moist Wanted. You feel me? Drip boy.
Moist.
Hey, Frankie, you started all this stuff between me and Pride. You, bro.
Hey, my name is Frankie. God. My name is Frankie. Problem Starter C. Baby. Right? That's what I do.
You did a good job,
bro. All I know, man, is Mike Tyson could have killed that dude in the plane.
Ah, man, honestly held back, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say old Tyson would have killed him. I'm not kidding. Like I think like old Tyson in his prime, I think he would have beat the bricks off of him until he saw blood. Like a lot of it.
But look, let's talk about the aftermath though. Then he doesn't even think about the fight. He's on stage smoking joints with Ric Flair.
I wish I want to be like Mike Tyson.
No, did you see Ric Flair's old ass in the ring taking bumps?
Yeah. Oh, Ric Flair love wrestling, man. When you think about wrestling, you have to think Ric Flair.
Well, because somebody told him, you can't do it no more. His old ass was about in the ring taking bumps.
You have to think about Ric Flair. Ric Flair was the origination of swag.
But then, Frankie, who do you think about
in wrestling?
Give me your 5 guys you think about. If you say Hulk Hogan, I'm booting you.
Nah, I don't think about Hulk Hogan. So I don't think about Hulk Hogan. 5 guys I got to think about, like Triple
Shawn
H,
Michaels.
Undertaker. No, I don't like Shawn Michaels.
Bret Hart.
But what do you think these guys come from? What class do you think they took? They took Ric Flair's class 101.
I don't give a shit if it's I think about.
I don't know about that. Undertaker definitely.
No, the Undertaker was the original. Undertaker.
I don't care what anybody says, bro. There's only one guy right here.
Honestly, I tell people like this. With the weight, with the swagger and stuff that Ric Flair had, Ric Flair opened the door for wrestlers like The Rock, like these wrestlers that were swagged out.
No,
Rolex wearing, diamond ring.
Not the Rock.
Not the Rock.
Hey.
You can't. Nah.
Not the Rock. Listen, bro. Hold on. Time out. Rob.
Some old school promos from Ric Flair, bro.
Rob. I'm gonna put it to you this way: The Rock wore a fanny pack. All right. He ain't learned.
I ain't talking about fanny.
Right?
I ain't talking about
My
fanny
guy
pack
wore a
wearing
fanny
Rock.
pack
I'm talking about. I'm talking about Versace
Hey,
wearing
Pride,
Rock.
who's your 5 guys? If somebody says wrestling, who's the 5 guys you would think of?
Who,
Me?
Yeah, Pride.
Oh, Pride. Yeah.
Obviously, Stone Cold and The Rock. I think those two.
John Moxley.
The greatest wrestler on the planet, John. I jest. If we're talking straight WWE or
just like older guys, I mean, like if somebody mentions pro wrestling, like who would be the first like 4 or 5 guys?
Okay,
so
Rock, Austin, early Cena, because I think the company was like in between that.
Talking about Dr. Thugonomics,
Dr. Thugonomics, where he was on the verge of being released, and he went to the back and started freestyle with Ray.
Word is life.
Yo, I got to see that Dr. Thugonomics in WrestleMania 35. I was dumb hype.
Yeah,
I
but
felt like a little kid.
That one right there is extremely slept on because he helped that company out of a weird time where they were looking for the youngsters to step up, and he was on the verge of getting released, and in essence, he stepped up and helped save the company.
Most people don't realize that was his last chance. He was out the door.
People don't realize that in the Christmas cuts, he was going to be out.
And the only reason that Thugonomics thing came was because Stephanie McMahon heard him rapping
in the back, and she was like, "Yo,
they were in the back
you
or
want to
whatever."
try that in the ring?" And he was like, "Why not?" So I got that. If you want to put Ric Flair, sure. Me personally, I'm gonna put in Brett because I feel.
Bro, did you not you just trolled me like, oh, you're Bret Hart? Did you just say that? Are you kidding me?
I did.
The excellence of execution.
But I'm gonna tell you why I picked Bret Hart for a different reason. I put Bret Hart because he really was. If Bret Hart if the Montreal Screwjob doesn't happen, he doesn't go to WCW. The Vince McMahon character doesn't happen. DX going on that entertaining heel thing where they have like they had like the union, like the State of Union address or whatever, and they were basically reading all the words that the TV network didn't want them to say. Like, we don't get that. We don't get any of that edginess if Bret Hart doesn't go the way he went. You know, then he goes to WCW, they mishandle him, and then he's got to retire because Goldberg can't throw a kick. And then the 5th one.
The problem was he could throw a kick. He just couldn't throw a fake.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He could throw a kick. Right. But this 5th one, I'm going to catch some shit for it. But I will say this to my dying breath. He's the best wrestler on the planet today. You will acknowledge him. Phenomenal AJ Styles is who y'all go acknowledge, fucker. Yeah, you thought I was going to say dog shit Reigns? Nah, brother. The phenomenal one. AJ Styles. I'm growing my hair out to be like him. I want a soccer mom haircut.
All right, let me give you my Mount Rushmore.
I want my best friend calling me Alex.
Okay, I'll let you go, then I'll go.
Let me give you my Mount Rushmore. I'm going Ric Flair. Woo. As far as 80s, early 80s, 90s, almost until 2020.
2014.
Ric Flair was that dude, man. You know, I rock with Ric Flair. So I'm going Ric Flair. You got to put Austin and The Rock up there. You just have to. Two of the biggest names ever in wrestling. I'm going Undertaker for the originality of his character and the fact that he had the old school ways of not breaking character. And then
old school ways, bro. He didn't break character for 30 plus years, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Character this year
to retire. Like, even when traveling on the road, he wore all black. He didn't really talk to people. Like, you know, I respect that because he was one of those people that tried to keep the aspects of wrestling hidden from people. You know, he didn't
show up to not one Hall of Fame in class, like one Hall of Fame induction. He never was over there.
No, and even though he did show up, he was in character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you know, I respect that from Taker. And then my 5th, I have to go. If I'm gonna take a wrestler from today's genre, I'm going Roman Reigns. I'm going Roman Reigns.
Day one is acknowledge him right now
because I like the path that he's kind of taking. Because if you,
you take him out.
Hey, don't do me like that, Brian.
Wow.
You know, if you look at like how the Rock didn't really become popular until he went heel, and kind of the same thing for Roman Reigns. Like when he goes heel and he starts actually saying, "Yeah, you know what? My family is better than yours in this business." Guess what? I'm a representation of that, and I'm gonna be the best. I respect that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he's doing good. Like, come on, who don't want to see the Usos unify the tag team championship?
But that's
and
not because
they got
of Roman
all
Reigns.
the gold.
But that's not because of Roman Reigns.
I think it is.
No, it's not. I want to see
Man,
the Usos.
because
The
the
Usos are the
Usos
best
are
tag team on the
greatest.
planet.
Wait, time. I'm about to go get this God Mode T-shirt right now, bro.
Yo, I got the Arcade Bro 420 T-shirt. What's good?
Hey. Yeah, that's shirt's sick.
That's
I
my
don't know.
boy right there.
I like Austin, of course. Ric
Okay.
Flair. I have Randy Savage. I've always been a big Savage fan. Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper don't get the respect that he deserves for everything he done in the wrestling business.
Frankly, he gets more shit on than anything.
Yes.
Piper's
It's
Pit.
wild.
Of course, the Undertaker.
Mm.
You have to have Taker there. He's
You gotta have Taker. 30
Nah.
years of what
Nah.
do you say, digging holes and taking souls.
No. Well, I wish
I was a big Bret Hart fan back in the day. I'm not gonna lie.
So
and ready for the part.
I was a Bret Hart fan because of his just because of his in-ring ability. He wasn't the greatest on the mic and stuff, but his in-ring ability was.
He's like one of the greatest submission technical wrestlers. Like,
And ready to hear the funny part? Are you guys ready to hear the funny part?
Yeah.
All you guys mentioned it's not even in the same ballpark
with AJ.
As
I like the
phenomenal
fact that
AJ Styles.
I like
Not
the
even
fact how
the
you
same
make it.
ballpark.
Look at the face he made. He makes the Razor Ramon face when he says that. Like,
He's like in my honorable mention.
You better honorably mention him as well. You better knock it off.
Let me tell you that. And then my other one that I really like, and he don't get the respect either, is Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Speaking of Randy Orton,
he's one of the best in the world right now, man.
Honest, if Randy Orton,
Arcade Bro, baby.
If he's not in the same area as Cena, I think people call him the GOAT. Swear to God.
Yeah.
I think people call him the GOAT.
I agree.
Because anytime that they were stuck in a situation where they needed to take either the belt off of Cena or Cena wasn't around because he was hurt, but he would heal in a day because this guy somehow would tear his ACL and 3 weeks later it's like sprinting down at the Royal Rumble. God bless his soul. God bless him. But if they were in any situation where they were stuck, Randy was always that fallback.
In the comments, that's another guy was I don't just call him Mankind, but Mick Foley. Mick Foley, he changed the wrestling game with just all the different characters and some of the crazy shit he would do.
I want to have a wrestling conversation with y'all tomorrow.
I would love that, man.
You know who could be on the top 5 that nobody really talks about anymore because he died real early? Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah. Latino heat. I like it.
And right there, whoever just put that comment up, nobody wants to say his name. But Benoit was a bad dude.
I mean, yeah, he was a bad dude. But the thing is like, and by the way, someone said, wait, no Shawn Michaels, no Sting. For me, I'm not talking about the best of all time.
Yeah,
I'm talking about my 5 favorite guys that I wanted to watch. And I felt like, bro, I'm 25 years old, 24, 25, some shit like that. I'm in my mid-20s. I don't know how old I am.
I think Sting got ruined myself.
You that young,
bro. Huh? I'm
you
bro.
That young?
Yeah, bro. I'm a baby, bro.
Your ass like 30 something.
You saw I'm 30 something?
Something.
I let myself go. I'm here.
No, you that young for real?
Swear to God.
I can't believe that. Wow.
Where's my thing? Hold on, matter of
fact.
fact.
Just show your ID, man. We don't want nobody stalking you.
No. I'm gonna cover the ID. But I swear to God, I'm gonna show you my date of birth. Hold on, y'all keep
24, 25. You looking about yo, bro, man.
Damn, I didn't realize he was that young either.
Hey, he needs to go.
Baby.
He needs to go.
All that stuff you be talking.
Right. Hey, Rob. He needs to go to the gym or something.
Brian, I'm a burp you.
He said, I'm gonna burp.
Hold on.
Brian, get over here so I can change your 6 size diaper. Come here.
Hold on, I gotta actually turn the
24, 25, and you're gonna beef with me? You're 24. I
gotta say none. That's what it is. Oh, there it is. All right, here we go. Can y'all see it? Oh yeah.
You froze.
But hold on, I gotta turn the light off. Hold on. See, damn, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, hold on. There it is, November 14th, 1997.
Oh, your birthday a day before my sister's.
Yeah, I'm a baby when it comes to this stuff, bro.
Hey, bro, I got you by 27 years, dog.
Your birthday's about a week before mine.
I know I'm little. I'm a child when it comes to this shit.
But that's good though. That's good.
You're a 90s baby.
That's good, 97. Though. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm a 90s baby. Yes, sir.
When you was
Damn.
Ain't nothing wrong. Hold on, time out.
Nothing wrong with 90s babies.
Ain't nothing
How
wrong.
can you be in such poor shape and be that young?
Hey, Pride, next time you talk some mess, I'm gonna put you over my knee.
I'm done. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been ASAP in the morning. We appreciate y'all chilling with us. So yeah, y'all found out I'm in my mid-20s. So from now on, I gotta be a good guy around Rob, because if not, a spanking I shall get.
I wish I had the belt that made the sound effect.
Okay, hey, what kind of wrestling conversation are we having tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I want there's like two things I have in my head. I'm gonna put it in the chat tomorrow. So if you guys want to,
I can't wait to talk wrestling, man, because I feel like that's a pastime.
Now, you know I love talking wrestling.
Oh, 100%.
It's a pastime that's looked over, man. And wrestling.
Pride is a movie in that Brad Pitt movie who was based on.
Benjamin Button.
Benjamin Button. I can't stand y'all. But this been
it's the facial hair, bro. It's the facial hair.
Yeah, because without it, dude, I look rough. Hey, Rikishi.
Look at that.
Did
he sign that for you?
Yeah.
It looks, bro. It looked it. Yeah, that junk right there looks signed. I was about to say that junk.
It's signed by the Boogeyman, and it's signed by Rikishi and Samu.
Is it weird that Rikishi look like Michael with just white, like more blonde hair?
Oh my days!
It's crazy that both of them are Rikishi. You know what I mean?
No, bro. Talk comment. You look like Rikishi a little bit. Like if you were to have his thing like that specific mustache.
With
and then
blonde
the hair,
hair.
You low-key kind of do look like him. Now, granted, you're not as big as him, but I'm talking about straight face. You low-key look like him a little bit. Or am I bugging?
He's tight right now.
I'm not saying it as a joke. You kind of do. Like, if you grew the hair out a little bit, slick it back, you low-key look like him.
Right? Put up the screen of Gons with the poster and put up
right
the
there. Look,
Mike.
Right,
and the screen with Mike. Put Mike next to him.
I can't.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
You low-key look like him.
Then it's crazy that Rikishi's on that poster twice like that. How much smaller he used to be,
bro.
But remember, Rikishi also used to be the Sultan. Do people remember that? Remember the Sultan?
People forget.
He was skinny.
He used to be.
And like Samu,
he was skinny. But he always had that ass, bro. He always had the big ass.
His brother Samu looks like Rikishi does now. Samu and Rikishi both look about the same now. That's crazy.
That's crazy. So, this has been ASAP in the morning. On behalf of Chris, Conman, Rob, now the Rose Lover 1 and 2, it is your boy Pride, aka Montez Meat Bumpin' 4. Did I say that out loud?
You said not
I said that.
Be careful or I'll push you.
My fault.
Hey, don't forget, we'll be live here in about 20 minutes or so with the afternoon show.
Yes, sir. So from one show to the next,
I think I might have to jump on that one too.
Me too.
But
anybody wants to jump on, you're more than welcome.
Yes, sir. But we'll be back here tomorrow. Until then, y'all know what to do.
My nipples are so hard.
Thank you, bro.
Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. Sport all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports all plays.